Hello and welcome to Jewelry Maker. Great to have your company. I'm Vicky, going to be with you for 4 hours of what is most certainly going to be a sizzling Saturday. We have got some tremendous offers for you today. You may notice instantly that I have got a feature of chain. You may also notice just behind that I have got your die cutting, and on top of that I have got brand new bead boxes. Yes, I've got luxury pearls and I've got features of sapphire coming your way today. Yes, this is like 4, 5, 6, 7 days of amazing opportunities in one event. It's a 4-hour, I'm going to call it an event. It's not even a show today, it's an event, because this really is going to be one of our Jewelry Maker historical shows where we get to bring you something that we've never seen before. We get to do something very, very exciting for anybody who's looking to expand their jewelry making, and also actually just their creativity and their crafting, because of course we've got to know that what we're about to do is not just for jewelry making. It has endless possibilities and permutations. Anybody who loves working with fabric, this is going to be the one for you. Anybody who loves working for card making, this is going to be the machine for you. It literally has so many different opportunities of creative results. So with that in mind, if you're watching today, yes, this is Jewelry Maker going extreme. In fact, we are going to the Artisan Explorer Extreme. Ooh! Right, but before that I have to introduce the fabulous lady who's going to take us step by step through this amazing, amazing product. And it's not just a single, we have got lots and lots of byproducts that sit within this offer as well. So it's going to be a rather busy show for one lady, and it's not me. It's going to be the gorgeous Debbie Kershaw. Hello, lovely.
Hello, it's exciting.
Very, very exciting.
Very exciting.
And it's the kind of exciting where, you know, when you build up to something and you kind of think that there's going to be that moment where it goes, ugh.
Yeah.
But there's been no, ugh. It's just been like this. I mean, like, I feel like I've been climbing a mountain all week going, ugh. And then I need to breathe at some point, but I'm going to breathe probably when the show finishes.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's when I'll breathe, when the show finishes.
Literally, we have got a full show.
Oh, really full, but really, really exciting. Lots for everyone to get your teeth into, and something new. And I think this is fantastic for anybody who wants to sort of branch out and try something a bit different. And it's such fun.
And the thing is that what I get on, the more I've researched this, because, for those of you who know me, I'm not standardly what you'd classify as a crafty kind of a girl. Well, in that way, not that way, but I'm crafty in one way. But when it comes to crafts and things like that, I am learning all the time, and I'm hands up. I feel like every day is a journey for me about jewelry making. But actually, with this machine in particular and the byproducts, this really is almost opening your world to so many different varieties of craft capabilities.
It really is, because you can texture so many different things, and you can cut so many different things, and you've got so many different ways to do it, so many different shapes, so that you can create some absolutely amazing things. And I think when you think that you've thought of all the ideas you can, there's more you can even do.
Yes.
So it's just mind-blowing really what you can do with it.
I felt like I was, every time I was exploring the Explorer, but every time I felt like I was finding something new that made me go, oh, I never thought of that, or oh, that's clever. Even just something as simple as working with the different materials, to add different type of texture to your jewelry making. I mean, it just feels like there are so many different varieties of detail that you can create that you're going to love this. I mean, you are really, really going to love it. I will tell you now, it's probably best to get it out in the open, that this is a limited edition offer from us. This is what we would classify as an exclusive Jewelry Maker show. So if you're going to do it, you do it today. That's the best way to put it. This is the time to buy, and this is the showcase, and I'm calling it an event showcase of what jewelry making can bring you in terms of brand new offers and brand new treats. So this is a very exciting show. But as I say, for those of you who perhaps have gone, oh, that sounds interesting, but actually, what is that? Well, I tell you what, how about we kick off with an early bird that makes you go, ooh. Things that make you go, things that make you go, We are about to make you go, Early bird. I've never done that before in my life. We have got you. I've never been quite cool enough to get away with that. But somehow, live on air this Saturday, I decided to just take a step into the unknown. And I just gone, yeah, but at least you didn't do a chicken impression, which I ended up doing yesterday, as well as a grasshopper. And then yesterday evening on our sister channel of the Lounge, I even surpassed myself. I did even more animal impressions. So yesterday was quite simply animal-tastic for me. I did a goat yesterday. You know, you want to hear the goat?
It's uncanny.
Isn't it? If you closed your eyes, you'd have thought you were up there with Heidi in the hills of Switzerland, wouldn't you? Oh no, that's Little House on the Prairie. We're up in the hills. Right then. Anyone else want an impression? Anybody else got an animal impression? Right then, let's go straight to our early bird. Would be good if somebody could have done a bird impression. No? No. We have got for you 10 meters of your silver-plated copper. This is your cross chain. Now, let's just get this out and show you the cross chain so you know exactly what that means. You have these beautiful oval links, and they are fabulously designed. Cross chain. So you have a really strong strength. Can I hold, if I show you there? Really powerful and durable chain, very important. 3 by 4 millimeter, the size of each link, and you have got 10 meters of your silver chain to start off our early bird this morning. We have got instantly a reaction on the phone lines. For those of you who missed out yesterday and you were thinking, oh no, Jewellery Maker, bring us more. We'll be bringing you more, and we are bringing it to you. 50 have already gone. 50 have already gone within me doing the birdie dance. 50 have already gone. 10 meters of your silver-plated copper cross chain. Now we do have a decent stock, but unfortunately not as much as we had yesterday. And yesterday sold out in a matter of minutes, and that's exactly the same here. And as you can see, lots and lots of potential, fantastic opportunity that you have here. Consider how many pieces of jewelry you're actually going to get out of 10 meters of chain. I mean, if you're going to make beautiful charm bracelets, perhaps you're going to make fantastic lariat style necklaces, even if it's just multi-cluster designs for your dropped earrings. However it's going to be, your jewelry is going to go further and further with chain. Extended chain, of course, for anybody who wants to give people the opportunity to extend their jewelry when they're wearing it. Perhaps that's what you want to do. You could do this with the chain. Chain has so many different versatile ways of being used, and this is a very, very, very impressive price tag. 10 meters of your silver-plated copper cross chain for just $11.95. Now this is just the beginning of our show today. This is just the start. And I did say yesterday when I was presenting yesterday's show, I said we had a feel-good Friday, but this was going to be a sizzling Saturday and the phone lines were going to be busy. We were literally going to melt those lines today, and that's exactly what has happened. Phone lines are exceptionally busy straight away this morning. If you do have access to the web, that's www.jewellerymaker.com. We really would advise that that's the best place to join us today, because I don't think that there's going to be anything other than queues on queues on queues today, like layers and layers of people waiting to get on the lines. But the nice thing is that if you give us your patience, you'll get through to an amazing customer service team. If you do have phone access and that's the way you want to get through to us, not a problem. Can't guarantee your success because of course the phone lines are so busy and people are buying on the web all the time. So if you do see something that you like and you do want it, you just don't have to be patient with us. Of course, it is a free phone number that you're dialing, and it's an investment of your time, not your money, that you're going to give us to get through and own this fantastic 10 meters of your silver-plated copper cross chain. We have had we have and made a decision to put even more people in the call centre today. We've got some extra staff in just specifically for Jewellery Maker Show today. So they've come in for the 4 hours between 9 and 1. They've come in specifically to process the calls because we just knew it was going to be a really hot day. So with that in mind, yeah, we're processing calls as fast as we can. But as you can imagine, queues are quite significant. Congratulations, you got that one. Well over 3/4 of the stock is now allocated. Well over 3/4 of the stock is allocated, and it's going to happen exactly the same again. Stay on the lines for the silver. Don't hang up. Stay on the lines. We are processing your call, but we're not stopping this morning with a single early bird. No, 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 no. The early bird, it's twice over. It's a double whammy of early bird. In fact, this could be classified as a
mega early bird.
Yes. How did I put on my voice like that? Do you know what I mean? Let's just do it one more time. This could be known as a
mega early bird.
It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? It's definitely going to be one of those days. The thing is, one of those days, like, it's one. We love those kind of days. This is why we come in. Pretty much most of our days are one of those days, though, aren't they? Whenever I come into work, I kind of spend my time just laughing and smiling, and that's hardly a bad thing, is it? It's not a bad way to call a job. And the kids go, "Mummy, you're going off to work." I often have to go, "Is it work? Is it work? Is it work?" Yes. Mum, I'm playing dressy up with jewellery, I get paid to talk. It's hardly a bad job, you know. And as I'm talking now, 70 have already been allocated on the gold-plated. That's the way to do it. If you want to join us again, we are looking here at an amazing opportunity. I think I may have knotted that a little bit, sorry. But you have here 10 meters of your gold-plated copper cross chain. Again, really nice sturdy chain. And chain literally is for all kind of jewelry making. I mean, I think a lot of people would think of necklines and wristwear, but actually I think these days chain detailing and earrings is incredible, like tassels and things like that. So popular, isn't it, Debs?
Tassels are huge, aren't they? I mean, people well, they're not all huge, they can be small. But you know, you can, just to clarify, you don't have to have massive tassels. But you could have them on bags, couldn't you? You could have them on... It's going to be one of those days, isn't it?
I was just about to say it depends on where your tassels are going. Everybody's tassels will be different, won't Let's not even go with tassels again. I don't think I can. I don't think I can do it. But you choose whatever size tassels you need. 10 meters. Oh man. Oh, that's funny. Oh. Sorry. Oh, got such an image. £11.95 is all you pay. Tassels. Yes, Debbie, let's go back to being serious now.
Okay. Serious face.
So let's talk about chain.
Just talk about chain seriously. You can put them on back. People are putting them on back. I can't look at her and do it. Okay, I'm not looking at her.
Don't look at me.
You can put them on backs. You can have them as earrings. You can even put them on the light pulls or the cat. Just ignore her. I'm not saying what else you can use them for. It's completely up to you.
Oh, man, that's funny. £11.95. Amelia, please, could I have a tissue? I'm going to have literally mascara down my whole face. I'll be looking like I'm from Kiss. You know. Oh, £11.95 is all you pay. 10 metres, oh bless you, thank you gorgeous, 10 metres of your gold-plated copper cross chain that you have here, 3 by 4 millimetre. Nice size chain as well for charms and things. You know, when you start to think about, you don't want it to be too fiddly to try and get into the links to get to add your charms.
No, and I was saying last night when I was on with Jenny and we had that, we sort of walked along the studio that there's loads of it. So you could do, you know those multi-chain designs that you get in the high street jewellery that are really expensive? I love those though. So you do all different lengths of chain that go right across the front. Cascading down. So you can add some gemstones if you want, or just sort of have the chain. It looks amazing because it's kind of that new, that it's kind of the biker look, isn't it? That's sort of coming into the fall. So you know, get your jacket on and get your I'm not saying tassels. Get your chain.
Look, I've just about pulled myself together again. Don't start saying no. I've got mascara all the way down my face. That's not an attractive look for a Saturday morning. Unless you've been out on Friday night, then it's fine. Oh gosh, right there. But yes.
So chain, I mean, you can't have enough of chain, to be honest. There's nothing more annoying when you go to finish off a necklace and you think, I'm not going to go all the way around with the gemstones, I'm going to do chain, because that helps you to make your gemstones and your kits go further. And then you've run out. That really irritates me. I'm sure I'm not on my own with that.
I'm sure.
And so if you've got loads, you just go and get it. You know, you just have it there.
And it really does add like almost depth to your jewellery as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the idea with an extender chain, so that you could have, like I often have like things like 2 different outfits. One's like a closed neck and one's a deep neck design. So it'd be quite nice to have an extender that means that I've got one piece of jewellery that would work for a closed neck, so I could have it as a drop, or I could have it as a closer neckline piece to the décolletage. So it'd be quite nice to have the extender chain to have that variety, one necklace but variety of drops, really.
Absolutely, and then it's more professional, because especially if you're making to sell and someone says, oh, well, I want it to sit there and it's here on your bust, you can say, yeah, but you just adjust it.
You've got that adjustability.
Go,
yeah, exactly. $11.95. Ooh, that's what it is, Debbie. It's an ooh moment. I'm so sorry for cackling so early this morning. I'm so sorry. I know that I've got a really wrong kind of a laugh when I'm like that, so I'm sorry if that's. I think I might have snorted as well. I think I might have done did I? Okay, well, heck. It's good to laugh. It's good to I'm going to giggle about that all day. Every time I look at you, I'll have to look in the eyes, do you know what I mean?
I'm going to hide.
Literally. Oh, that is just going to make me just giggle all day. Right then, we have got sapphires for you today, and what an amazing strand of sapphires. True blue, baby, I love you. We are literally talking true blue sapphire, and we have nothing like this on our website. We have nothing available like this in our vaults right now. We have no blue sapphire other than this strand here. This is it, your blue sapphire. And look at the size of these. These are incredible. Top grade opportunity, and we are really, really delighted to bring you this deal. It's coming your way in around about 2.5 hours time, around about midday if you're watching on the live show. A fantastic treat. It's sapphire coming up later on in the show. The only blue sapphire we have in the vault right now is here, and every time we see blue sapphire on this channel, it always sells out. And I tell you what, talking of selling out, I've already given the game away on my Facebook site. I've already told you what's about to happen with these pearls. I've given you the heads up. So if you do want to join me on the Facebook. And every so often I might just give you a heads up on something that's going to happen in the show that nobody else will know, because there is no way that you will possibly know about this offer. There is no way that you could possibly establish what I am about to do on the price tag. And I've already got people who are waiting to buy this. I've already got people who are reacting to what I've told them on my Facebook site about this very deal. These are those. You know the one that I've just typed about? And I said luxury pearls for ... You know what the ... is? This is them. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense what we're about to do. Huge pearls, feature size, 10 by 8 to 12 by 9 millimeter pearls. It's all about luxury and it's all about indulgence when you have this high grade gemstone coming your way. Lovely shape to them, not perfect rounds. I'm not going to say they're perfect rounds. I am going to say that they have this beautiful curvishness, but it really is the proof that these are genuine when you have that natural formation. This is the proof that these are the real deal when you've got that lovely curved. I often think when they're totally pure rounds, there's that chance where they could actually be replicated and synthetic. But these, you just know they are the real deal because of that lovely individuality of shape. Still got the curve, still got that lovely shimmer, that sheen of quality, and an amazing size. That's what you've got to highlight here. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's just show you against the neckline so you get a sense of the size of these. Now, if you are connected to me on the Facebook, you're already buying because I've told you how low we can go on this price tag. If you're already buying, see, the thing is that I did say, and I may as well tell you now, I said we have got coming up a strand of luxury pearls for less than £10. Luxury pearls for less than a tenner. However, what I didn't say was how much less than a tenner we can go. I said less than a tenner. You're probably thinking £9.95 because that's what I would be thinking. £9.95 is a tremendous price point for quality pearls of this grade, of this sumptuous quality of sheen. 100 have now been allocated without us even discussing how much below £10 we can go. Because if you were thinking £9.95, fair dues, so would I. But if I was adding in something like that chain, or perhaps we're going to add in some more of, I mean, we've got some more beautiful pearls coming up later on. We've got some fantastic featured gemstones coming up. Perhaps something even as luxurious as your pyrite. What about if you've got this pyrite? Let me just show you here, graduated pyrite that I've got coming up. Pearls go with everything. Pearls just have the ability to go with, oh gosh, that's vintage. That would be a fantastic vintage style jewellery piece, wouldn't it?
Gorgeous. Put some copper in there and you're sorted.
That would be
or rose gold. Lovely.
A little bit of luxury there. Yeah, that's what we're going for today, that luxury edge. But this is not a little bit of luxury, is it? This is a lot of luxury. It's a big strand, and you're looking here at a feature offer. 150 have already been allocated. I said less than £10. If you were thinking £9.95, then think again. If you were thinking £8.95, then think again. Welcome to Sizzling Saturday. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Saturday was going to be a sizzler. I said that yesterday and I predicted it because I knew we had some deals for you today. We have probably the biggest showcase. It's a massive way to begin a show. We've just given you 20 meters of chain. We've just given you a feature of luxury size pearls for £6.95, less than £7. When does that happen? When do you get this grade and this quality and this size of pearl at £6.95? And £9.95 is a price point that could be easily justified. In fact, £9.95 would make probably more sense, but £6.95 is a deal that really brokes you the chance to appreciate just what kind of a show we have got in store for you today, just what kind of deals that we have coming all the way through our show. And the kits today are tremendous. They really do back up the opportunities that we've got in singular chance. I mean, let's just put the sapphire against. Could you mass sapphire and pearls? Wow. That is high-end luxury strand. Isn't it that combination of just world-renowned gemstones? These are top grade opportunities. Your sapphires coming up later on in the show, and be prepared that this is the only blue sapphire we have in our vaults right now. The only blue sapphire that we have available is here for you right now, and it's yours coming up later on in the show. But if you want the pearls, it's £6.95, less than £7. You don't often say luxury pearls for less than £7.
That's pennies. I mean, that's what, you know, you go out and buy a few groceries and it comes to more than that.
Oh, tell me about it.
If I was at home, I'd get a few of those, definitely, because just think the high-end pieces and what you could charge if you're making to sell and you're putting luxury pearls in. Think about what profit you can make. I'd probably have to make something for myself as well, obviously.
You know, at the moment, though, I'm finding, and I just can't get out of that. I don't want to get out of the habit, really, but all I'm wearing is my pearl earrings.
I love pearls.
Pearl stud earrings. I just can't go wrong.
No.
Yeah, I just wear my pearl earrings. Yeah, when I came into work, normally I would just take all of my jewellery off before I come down to work, and I just didn't take off my pearl earrings. I'd forgot. The thing is that it's because they go with everything, and I don't have to think. I just don't have to think about what I'm wearing when I'm wearing pearl earrings. For me, they are timeless classics.
They are. Pearls are, and you've always got the opportunity to make them into sort of a new funky style with pearls in, but you can't go wrong. And it's the sort of thing, I think, that people pass down, don't they? They give to their daughters, they give to their daughter-in-laws. If you're going to make someone a Christmas present or a birthday present and you're not really sure what style of jewellery they like, you can't really go wrong with a plain pearl bracelet or plain pearl earrings or necklace. You can't go wrong, can you?
You just can't. And again, you know, on my behalf, I guess I've got the freedom and the opportunity. I've got lots of lovely gemstones to choose from in my collection. You know, I've worked in this building for nearly 10 years, so I've kind of had the chance to be able to, you know, really gain lots of lovely jewellery and gemstones. And actually, I still revert back to my pearls loads of times. I mean, probably my next gemstone that I wear more of is morganite, because again, it's that easy wear jewellery that goes with everything, and I need that especially at the moment. And you know, I know everybody says it gets easier as your children get older. Please let it get easier in terms of just juggling. And often the last thing is the priority is me getting dressed and feeling good. Actually, the priority is getting Georgie to school on time, because I don't want it to be late. And you know, I need Zach to be, you know, dressed and all of that stuff. So really, the last thing I think of is that, oh, do I look right? Does this right? I just don't have that time. I just don't. Maybe I just need to get up earlier in the morning. And then therefore I need to go to bed later, which therefore means I need to do my jobs faster. You see, I'm just really bad at time management. And so pearls are the thing that really do allow me that versatility of not having to think too much about my jewellery when I'm getting the kids out to school, but they still make me look like I've made an effort, and they make me feel like I look okay. Do you see what I mean? Well,
they're very day to night as well, aren't they? So if you work in an office and then you've got something afterwards, you don't want to be bringing loads of jewellery in your bag or even thinking about it.
Yeah.
If you're wearing pearls and you just change, or even if you don't change, you know, you take your blazer off and you've got your black dress underneath, you can keep your jewellery on, because pearls do day and pearls do night.
As long as you've got your tassels as well, you're fine. Keep them in your bag. £6.95. Right then, we have our first kit of the day. And just have a look at this. Okay, I've got the earrings on, and you'll see the colour instantly. Just it whiplashes of colour. Aren't they gorgeous? And I said this morning when I was as we were literally just about to come to work, I went, oh, I need to put some jewellery on. And I obviously have got quite a bright orange top on today. And I said to Debbie, can I wear purple? And she went, yeah, that's a really good combination, actually. The orange with the purple really the colour cracks at you, doesn't it? And I think that's because this colour of purple is really full-bodied. It's not delicate. It's not like your lavender tones. I think lavender against this perhaps wouldn't have worked, but because this colour is really rich, and this is like quite colour block, isn't it? I think that's why these colours work, because they are truly full-bodied purple. They're not insipid, they're not delicate. They are, you know, chocolate wrapper purple. You know that chocolate? Yeah, that lovely one. That's the colour that it is. That's the richness of the purple that we're looking at here. And we're doubling up these strands, so you've got both your 8mm and your 4mm rounds. You have your faceted and your non-faceted. In your 4mm is non and your 8mm is faceted. So you've got 2 strands there, and the colour hits. Again, if I just put it against something like that, I mean, you really do get to see that colour combination and how much they pop with this. And I actually think that you could put this, I mean, for example, against the gold chain, and just look at this, how regal it is. Ooh. This is the kind of colour that'll go a long, long way to make a big difference to your jewellery making, a very big difference. I just got a phone call through just into the gallery. There's a lot of people speaking to our call centre at the moment, just saying when are we doing and when are we launching this? I'm saying probably around about half an hour's time, give or take. Please just be prepared, right, that there is, considering we know how many people are watching today, and actually even just based on the amount of our guest designers who we know are watching who really want this as well, the fact is that we don't think we're actually going to have enough of this between us to go around. It's coming up around about half an hour's time. Thank you to everybody who spoke to the call centre, who's asked when, what time. About half an hour. Thank you very much for watching today. I'm hoping you're watching the live show, because it's my expectation this will sell out within that showcase. Right then, moving swiftly on. Ooh. Really adding that almost purity of a quality to your jewellery making with these fabulous clear quartz rounds. And I just love that when you've got such a full-bodied gemstone, to put something crisp and clear against it. It almost enhances the purples even further. It almost makes them even richer, even more dramatic. And then, talking of drama, my goodness me, look at the size of these gems. They are corkers. 16 by 12 to 23 by 19. They're not small, are they? Look at the size and the caliber of these pieces. You have here a fantastic mix. Citrine, you've got your rose quartz, you've got your prasiolite, and you have them all in one. Amethyst there, gorgeous colours of lavender amethyst, and all together in one strand. Fabulous luxury and really well faceted. You know, each one of the individual facets that we put into these stones is all about maximising not just on the carat weight of the gemstone, which many gem cutters go for, but actually we cut for quality, and that's what you see displayed in this full strand of your multicolour quartz. You're getting over 500 carats of multicolour quartz within that one strand. Over 500 carats. I mean, in that strand alone, we're talking how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Excuse me. Pretty much 20 gemstones. So if we're going to say 20 pendants, 20 centerpieces, 20 focal points, 500 carats, 20 into 5. I mean, the size of them, really, we are talking about hot rock jewellery. You know, if you want to take, perhaps, let's take that amethyst, and you're going to make one solitaire ring. What a cracking piece of jewellery that would be. I mean, you could make 20 quartz rings, amethyst rings, prasiolite rings, rose de France. Those are the colours that everybody wants, and those are the kind of gemstones people connect to if you're selling your jewellery. And you could make a full feature of 20 gem pieces from just one strand. 500 plus carats that we're looking at in that one strand. Now we're sticking with the colour formation of those deep purples and the lighter purples with this combination. Excuse me, got a little frog in my throat. You have here your satin cord. So you have 5 meters of your lilac satin cord, and 10 meters of that makes it, it's going to go a long, long way to really making your jewelry go even further, as does the beading thread, the monofilament, and the elastic. And finally, you're also going to get the essentials, the findings that make all of the jewelry come together with quality finish. You're getting a meter of chain, you're getting extended toggle clasps, you're getting your cord ends, threads with extender. You're also getting decorative clasps, including shepherd hooks as well in this pack. You're getting head pins and eye pins and crimp beads. And if you're watching for the first time, you're going, what is a head pin and why would you have a crimp bead? The answers will all be revealed in our free tutorial book and DVD. The nicest thing about what we do here at Jewellery Makers is we like to cater for everybody's needs. Whether you're now ready to take a brand new technique on with something like today's launch, or whether you're watching for the very first time and you've literally just flicked through the channels and found us going, oh, I wonder what this is all about. Well, we want to introduce you to jewellery making as only we know how. We are incredibly passionate about our offers that we give you. But one of the things that we found is there's a lot of people who are interested but just don't know how to take the first step. So we have devised this. You will receive with your first purchase with us your free tutorial booklet and DVD. Now these are literally your step-by-step guide to jewellery making. These give you the essentials, the basics, and a lot more actually to get started into jewellery making. You get tutorials that show you how to. They also show you how not to, because there are certain parts of techniques within jewellery that to give you the quality and the proficiency and the professional look of your jewellery, there are certain techniques that if you stick to will be absolutely rewarding. In 20 years time they'll still be showing you the same technique because they're just right. So there you go, you get all those steps. Now as you can see here, the opening and the jumping ring. Now watch this, you'll get a how-to, and that's how you open it, opening the door. You get also a how not to.
That's good.
Well, it is, because actually there are certain things like jump rings where if you didn't know, you would instantly just open them, because that's exactly what I did the first time. But that DVD is so very, very clear, and it says if you do that, then you're just going to lose the tension. Open it with you've got that strength, haven't you? You keep the quality of the jewellery that you're creating, and so you will get step-by-step guide. That comes, the tutorial booklet and DVD, free of charge with your first purchase. Nice gift for somebody actually, this, you know, get the gift. And if you have already bought from us but you want to give the gift to somebody and you want the tutorial booklet and DVD to give as part of the gift, just tell our call centre. You need to speak to the call centre. You know, you can't do that on the web, but you go to our call centre, free phone number, and say I'd like a free tutorial booklet and DVD for a gift, and we'll send that out to you. No questions asked. We just want to give you the chance to get started or inspire somebody else to get started into jewellery making. And we've done all the hard work for you with this amazing kit, because you've got all the luxury of the gemstones, over 500 carats of your quartz, beautiful, rich, saturated purples as well. And then on top of that, your threads and your findings all together for one price tag. Now your strand of your multicolour quartz in its own right is £11.95. So this kit, you've got to remind yourself that just one of these strands within this kit is £11.95. When you then see the price tag for the whole kit, everything that you've just been shown is actually just £19.95. You've got the whole kit for less than £20. And if we take that one strand away, which is £11.95, the rest of this kit is what, £8? £8 for the rest of this kit. Well, hang on a minute, the findings alone I think is £6. Now that means I'm basically giving you all the thread and all of the satin and all of the rest of the gemstones for £2. I'm effectively giving you all of this for £2. Does it make, I know if you're going, why would you do that? Why as a business would you do that? Facts are, we really do want to make sure that the kits are here to give you the chance to be able to explore something new, or of course, just treat yourself to something and really enjoy jewellery making. You know, one of the favourite parts of our show is the Wall of Fame, when we see the results of the pieces that you've bought from us. And that's what we're going to really indulge in on kits like this. You know, I bought this watercolour kit and this is the resulting jewellery. And we'll often say, you know, challenge yourself to be the guest designer for the day. and take just the kit and nothing else but the kit, and then see what you come up with. Because if you've got lots of other stash and you're a jewelry maker of 10, 20 years, or you feel like you're really into jewelry making now and you've got a stash, it's so easy to rely on everything else that sometimes you go into your comfort zone of this is what I make. But actually, by just having that little boundary of saying this is all I'm going to use, perhaps you'll find something different to come up with. You'll find a new technique or a new finish to your jewelry that you wouldn't have found if you hadn't just restricted yourself into this one kit. Less than £20. It's hardly a restriction though when you've got so much, is it?
No.
I can't really call this a restricted kit when you've got 4 strands, including one of the strands being a 500 carater, plus on top of that you've got all the chain and you've also got the cord as well. So you've got loads of permutations because you can do your macrame, you can also do things like your kumihimo, and then on top of that you can then go into the chain, so then you've got obviously your beading and your threading, and yeah, there's lots of offers.
There's loads. This was just, and you're so right when you say that you should get one and limit yourself, because since I've been working here, when I first came, I used to, get panicking, think, oh, but I want to use this, I want to use that, and now I absolutely love it because I've learnt so much, and it's changed my whole design head having just this to work with.
Really?
Yeah, I found designs that I never would have thought of if, as you said, I had the comfort of my stash.
Yeah.
So I think doing that and challenging yourself will stretch you artistically. I just think it does.
And I think in some ways we all have, just in life we have that comfort zone, and we revert back to what we used to, and that's okay if that's the jewelry that you want to create. Absolutely. That's absolutely fine. But actually, in many ways, for a lot of jewelry makers, the lovely thing about jewelry making is that it's always evolving. It's always moving. There's a journey to be had, and you're never in one place, for long enough, because actually there's always something else to strive for.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean to say that it has to cost you any more money. It's just actually you creating your own challenges, and that's what it is. Perhaps this is it. You've got £20 to spend. Why not, for that £20, give yourself the challenge and go, this is the day where actually I am going to just work with what I have. Now, this is the kind of kit to do it with, because of course you've got size on your side, because you've got these amazing quartz, but then you've also got colour on your side, because you've got the lilacs of the cord with then the deeper shades of the richer purple quartz. So really there's loads of different I guess that there's different qualities that can really come together, and you don't have to feel refined. Your hands are not tied. You've got lots of different variants. And if you're just getting started into jewelry making, you have nothing else in your stash other than what we've just given you, this is going to give you some amazing potential jewelry making enjoyment. The only other thing you will need if you are getting started into jewelry making is a toolkit, and we offer you a toolkit for less than £10. It's a starter kit. It's literally all you need. It's an essential kit, including all of the tools that you'll see Debbie working with. It includes things like your flat nose pliers, your round nose pliers, your wire cutters, snippers. You get everything that you need to get started in tool ways for less than £10, and it's just down there. GLCR60 is the code, and it's £9.95. So for less than £30, you are getting started into jewelry making. Less than £30, and I'm now into limited stock on this kit. Not surprising, plenty of people making the purchase, especially when you see the jewellery.
I love this kit. I say that all the time, but I love this kit because it's purple, but not only one shade of purple. You've got your dark purple, your lilac. Your cord is gorgeous. It's that satin cord. So immediately I thought kumihimo.
I know,
the kumihimo, and
colour.
And then the silver findings. It just goes so gorgeously together. It's like, such a word, gorgeously. I've just made up a word.
I like it, gorgeously.
It's gorgeously gorgeous. And so this was, again, absolutely, because I love purple, I love silver, and it went together so well. And I think when you've got cord in a kit, you have got lots more opportunities.
Yeah, and the thing is that you don't have to do a huge amount.
No.
But if you might be just getting started into kumihimo. It's interesting because just yesterday we recorded a kumihimo DVD with Sarah.
Yeah, I saw Sarah.
Oh, it's a brilliant DVD. I just spent the whole time, Tom and I were just, it was just a great DVD. It's going to be a brilliant one when you see it. It'll be released quite shortly. I'm hoping that we'll get it straight into the press, because one of the best things about kumihimo with cord like this is that the results are so professional.
They really are. It looks so complicated.
And you bought it from a shop,
and,
you know.
and when you look at it and you think, oh, I can't do that, I can't, you know, my mind's closed, I can't. You can, and it's so relaxing. It's really relaxing to sit and do. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. Carrying my little wheel in my handbag and from in the car.
Literally, and that's what Sarah was saying. Once you get into the floor,
oh, it's lovely.
It really is quite a cathartic.
It really is.
Just and she said, I'm often like just sitting in front of the telly, and then all of a sudden you've got
a big lot, and then you think, oh, what can I do with this? And then your mind starts working. You can wire around it, or you can add it to necklaces or bracelets. So I think when you've got cord, if you haven't tried your kumihimo before, even macrame, you've got the opportunity with this.
Exactly, because there is those alternatives, isn't there? Less than £20 and we're down to low stock on this deal. It's called the watercolour jewellery kit. What are you going to show us?
I was going to show you quite a simple technique, but it's one that you can use loads in your jewellery making, and it's the one that I've used with the necklace here, of making links, because I think, you know, you don't have to use all of those stones together, do you? And you could just put one on the neckline with a chain. You could have tassels.
Absolutely. Look, I was getting all serious and I was in the moment, and then you just said the word tassel and I'm off again. Don't do that to us today. I'm meant to be concentrating. The thing is that with this kind of style, if you've just got the chain, you know, that 10 metres of chain of the early bird, I mean, this really does show you the perfection of how chain can make your gemstones go even further. Because, I mean, you've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've only got 5 gemstones on that neckline piece. But it is an incredibly good looking feature neckline piece, but only 5 gemstones used. So chain really does make your jewellery go so much further. And you're going to show us just how to do that,
Just how to do it. Now, you want to cut your chain into equal lengths. Now, I made that bracelet and I had tons of chain left over. So, you know, it really goes a long way, the chain that you get with the kit. And then to make your links, all you need is your gemstones. So pick out your colours. You might want to use all the same colours, or you might want to have all the different colours together. And then take your eye pin, and you know the difference between a head pin and an eye pin, because the eye pin's got a little loop, so I always think of it as an eye, and you just put on, which leaves you a large amount of pin on the other side of the stone, and then I'm just going to bend that to 90 degrees and then snip off. Now, I say roughly 1 centimetre, but it's not an exact science. A tip here is if you press it into the board, then it won't go flying off.
Just out of interest, and I'm going to ask this question because I do it, I've tried this 3 or 4 times at home, and when you snip it off, how do you get, is it literally, does it matter how long it is, as long as you just keep rolling?
No, if you get your round nose pliers, if you see, oh, my pin's a bit long, then you want to go up your round nose pliers to the top, so you get a wider loop, because you'll need to make a bigger loop. Whereas you might think, oh, I've cut my pin a bit short, or there's not enough left, and you would go down your pliers to the bottom to make a smaller loop.
Well, that's the thing that I was going to say, because if you've got an eye pin, you kind of want to match the same size, don't you?
Yeah, so, and you want them to go in the same direction.
And do you know roughly where on the round nose pliers that you should be going? Do you like mark it off or anything?
Could
you do that?
When I first started, I used to measure 1 centimetre, so I used to have my ruler on my bead board, and then I would also mark. So if I was doing a lot, like on this necklace you do quite a few, I would mark on my pliers with a permanent marker, just a little line. And sometimes people do that anyway, they'll do a few going up, so that if you want bigger or smaller, they're always the same.
Yeah.
And that's where your loopy tool, you know, that we sometimes have on.
Yes, we've got the three loop tool.
That's where that comes into play, because they're always the same size. But with this, now obviously, because I'm so used to it, I know by eye. But you can adapt it. To get started, if you want to have that comfort of knowing, then just use your bead board or a ruler, measure your sort of roughly 1 centimetre, and then when you do your first loop, just mark on the jaws of your pliers where you did your loop, so that the next time it will be exactly the same. And to make your loop, you're just going to pop that pin into the jaws of your pliers. Now, you don't want any pin protruding, because that will distort the shape of your loop.
Yeah, that was another thing I kept on getting wrong when I was doing it at home. I wasn't going flush.
No, you want to go flush.
So I did have like that little edge, so you have to go flush to the pliers, don't you?
Flush to the pliers and then turn away from you. Now, some people, I tend to do it in one big movement. Some people do little movements. You'll find your way of jewellery making. If you get the result you want, then it's correct.
Yeah, there is no right or wrong.
No. So flush in and turn your wrist and turn it away from you so that you've got your loop. Now, if you find that your loop isn't an exact question mark, then you just take your pliers and reshape it.
Okay.
And then to open up, we saw on the VT there, you would turn the loop away from you like a door, the same way as you would turn a jump ring. For the simple reason, you won't get the shape back if you do it, if you unroll it, and you'll distort the metal so it might break.
Okay.
So then you just grab a piece of chain, pop it on, and close your loop again. So I mean, that could be an earring right there.
Yeah,
couldn't
exactly.
it? Quite easily. And then you want to add some chain onto the other side. So I'm going to open it up. Nice and gently away from me. And add some chain and pop it closed again. And you literally keep going round in that fashion, adding in your stones.
And that's it. I mean, that is as simple as it is.
And you could have them closer together if you wanted to use more and had a fuller effect. And I've actually got a necklace, but just one of those. It's an amethyst, and it's right in the centre, and it's just got a piece of chain either side, and people comment on it all the time.
It's funny, isn't it, how sometimes the simplest of designs...
But, you know, so you're really seeing the stone, you're really seeing the gemstone, and people go, oh, that's lovely. So, you know, it doesn't always have to be massive and really intricate.
But that's what I spend most of my time with my jewellery, is that actually solitaires, individual pieces, just simple pen, because of course we all know I love my gemstones, and so therefore I love the idea of just making them the centerpiece to my jewellery. I love it when I then see pieces like that where I go, wow, the creativity that's gone into a design like that is mesmeric. But actually I'm looking at everything, but and I'm seeing everything, but you know, there's not one thing that strikes me.
That's the thing.
And that's the interesting thing about jewellery. You can either go for the focal point, or you can go for that massive arrangement of stones. It's unique, isn't it? It's great. $19.95 is all you're going to pay for that kit, and it is your last of stock now. Low quantity available. And then really with Debbie's design there, it just goes to show how with just minimal techniques, and again, that's a technique that is backed up in the Get Started tutorial booklet and DVD. With those kind of techniques, you can make jewellery just like this, just like that, just like that, just that. You literally have got so many opportunities to make your own jewellery. So go on, if you're watching and you think to yourself, I might give this one a go, this is a great day to do so. This is a day that really does show you what jewellery making can bring you in terms of lots of different getting started, but also I have to say advancing as well, because coming up very, very soon, time is ticking towards our Lord. Oh, Amelia's excited. Amelia's like, that soon? Oh no, it's happening soon. Yes, the launch is going to take place of our die cutting exclusive. Very, very exciting showcase. Right then, where shall I move on to? Shall we go for a brand new strand? And it is a glorious strand of quality Amazonite. And what's more, the colours are extraordinarily beautiful. Here you have ocean turquoises, fresh spearmint greens. What I love about this contrast of gemstones is that you can go from the freshest of greens, and then just look at these worldly like chocolates and caramels and beiges, which I just think really add that flavour of autumnal inspiration. Really quite an inspired strand, faceted to really maximise on the quality of this piece. Now this is a brand new strand, and we will just make sure our graphics need to just be reloaded again. It is a brand new strand that we have for you. The size range that you're looking at here, I do believe that we've got a really quite significant versatile range. 6 to 14 mil. If I show you just the 6 mil there, I mean, those could be some amazing. Could you imagine just those as drop earrings? Could you imagine just really gorgeous elongated drop earrings? So you have here That's your 6mm, dropping then into the larger stones as they graduate to the bigger, those bigger ones. Those are 14mm, so rather significant size that we're looking at, with a range that's really going to be versatile and the kind of range that could give you multiple different varieties of jewellery. One price tag only for this brand new strand of Amazonite. You're looking at 160 carats. That's 160 carats for one price tag only, and that price tag is just £8.95. Now, you know those gorgeous purple earrings that I've got in. What about if you just added in a few, instead of just going for all the purples and those minty greens? Could you just change it up a little bit, and instantly you could transform your jewellery? And that's the nice thing about making your own jewellery. Once you've worn these earrings, you could then break them up, add in a little bit of different colour like the Amazonite, and hey presto, you got yourself another looking piece of jewellery once more. There really is so many different varieties of jewellery that you can make. A fantastic range of qualities, and really fresh, but then with, I think, a very nice autumnal quality as well. I always think that Amazonite would go very nicely with the likes of your smoky quartz and your mocha colours. But then I quite like tweed. You know, if you think about tweed and Claire's I love tweed too. I just love the idea of getting those darker browns and caramels and the creams of tweed, but then it's often that they have a vein within the tweed print that has this kind of turquoisey feel about it, and I love that because I think the colours just work very well together. I think you could create and get that type of quality with this type of gem strand. £8.95. Now let's just keep this strand as it is and introduce to you the pyrite, because you know I've just said about maybe mixing it up with some of the more richer colours. What about mixing up against the pyrite? And isn't it interesting how by putting the Amazonite against a different colour, it almost changes the look altogether? You know, the pyrite for me always gives you a vintage flair. I think for me, if you want to get that real antique flair to your jewellery, that little edge of timelessness, then you really have got that potential to get this vibe. Oh, could you add in the pearls? Oh, we're in definitely. Oh, I feel like we could go to Downton Abbey, couldn't we? Or almost a 1920s. Perhaps we go to the Poirot, you know, where they've got those lovely silky outfits, and then they've got those gorgeous, I can't say the word tassel without just smirking to myself, but these gorgeous tassel-like designs. If you got the pearls, congratulations to you. If you didn't, those pearls are very, very special, and if you get the pearls, or if you get any of these strands, they really would work very nicely together. So you've got your Amazonite, congratulations on that one. Now let's move to your pyrite. Variant sizing, again, we're ranging 4 to 12mm, so exactly the same as the Amazonite, which is rather good, to be honest, because I think then you have got the potential to put those two strands together and work them, and getting some very exciting jewellery from the results. Yours for 200 carats of pyrite in your faceted rounds. One price tag only. And that price tag is once more £8.95. Really versatile, and graduated strands like this, a lot of people go for just for the reason that you've got lots of different permutations from one. For example, you've got the larger stones here, but then if you wanted to go for perhaps the smaller stones, things like perhaps creating something like a nice bead loom design, you know, like you saw yesterday with Sarah, perhaps you just take the smaller pieces and get a little bit of that type of intricacy, or you could use them as spacer beads. I mean, literally take those pearls, take the pearls, then just take these smaller beads, so take the 4mm and use them as spacer beads, and all you need to do is just break up that one look, and you have there that amazing vintage flair, but a flair of something different as well, because of course everybody can have a classic pearl necklace with just pearls, but you want to make yours stand out from everyone else's by adding that extra addition and add in the vintage glorious beauty of your pyrite, and I think that would very much be an interesting way to adapt your jewellery. £8.95 is all you pay for 205 carats of your pyrite. £8.95. Congratulations. Right then, Moving straight on, and I guess I've talked about it 2 or 3 times now, so I need to just quickly recap your pearls. Very limited stock now, very limited in availability, but while we've got it in stock, just make the most of this. Straight to £6.95 if you like, just bleary-eyed and maybe just got up and you've just gone and you've rubbed your eyes and you've just gone rub again. It's £6.95 for luxury size pearls. The luxury is anything over 9mm in pearls is luxury grading, and that's what you have here. Excuse me, pardon me. We're there at 10 by 8 and 12 by 9mm in your luxury size pearls. Really? Well, Tom's dad, and Tom's, you know Tom, one of our crew, he's one of our directors as well, and he's just said that his dad was watching and his dad didn't believe that they were genuine pearls because they were too cheap. How long have you worked here, Tom? And what's the name of the company, Tom? The Genuine Gemstone Company. And your dad thought that these were not real. I'll be having a word with your dad. At the end of this show, I'll be ringing him saying, Dad, come on, think about it. Genuine Gemstone Company. We'll be having words. We'll be having words with him. We only bring you the real deal or not at all. And you know, the facts are is that our passion and our abilities to source genuine gemstones in 10 years as a company as we are. You know, our buying power is so tremendous that the prices that you could get elsewhere are probably nowhere near the prices that we have access to. And many of the places that are charging you £100 for pearls, there's every chance that £100 is based on a huge markup, because they may have the chance to buy pearls in at that price tag. They just choose not to give you the price tag referred to what we're doing now. You know, they have choices, and sometimes their choices I have nothing to do with, but all I'll say is that perhaps their choices are not ours, which is if we've got a great price, you get a great price. That's a fact. And the next fact is that we could have probably charged double, double the price for our chain. Now the silver is pretty much gone, right? The silver is pretty much, we've got a handful left. But I'm going to say now, for those of people, I think everybody probably just got to the point on the phone lines they thought, oh, I've missed out and put the phone down. Put the phone down. Put the phone down. If that was you and you thought you'd missed out, okay, go for it now. You haven't missed out. I have got some stock. I mean, obviously I don't have huge quantities, but I do have some stock left of the gold chain. So if you want this, it is your gold plated copper cross chain that I'm offering. It's 10 meters for £11.95. It's going to go a long way. It's going to make a big difference. In fact, you've just seen Debbie working with the chain and showing you how far the chain really can take your jewellery. So you may as well go for it now at £11.95. For those of you who thought you'd missed out, who perhaps on our phone lines just gave up the ghost because you thought, nah, I'm never going to get this. It's obviously sold out. No, it hasn't. It is available. We're really sorry that you're experiencing a high level of waiting times, but that's because we've got a high level of people coming through on the phone lines all the time. It's the kind of day that it is. It's just one of those. I called it yesterday Sizzling Saturday. I think if I could find another sound, saucy. Talking about tassels, it's definitely been a bit saucy this morning, hasn't it? Saucy Sizzling Saturday is where we're at so far. I think we're going to keep on adding the S's all the way through. Sassy Saturday, saucy, sassy, sizzling Saturday. Stupendous. Spectacular. Oh, there's lots of sps that we could add to. £11.95. The die cutting is coming up straight after the Wall of Fame. The Wall of Fame is where we get to really enjoy the results of your incredible craftsmanship, and we get to share and hopefully celebrate and be inspired. And I think one of the nicest parts for our designers is that the inspiration that you've given is then resulted in the jewellery, and also then you get inspiration from the wall, and then that kind of ripples. So it really is it's a sharing kind of a time. We have here Jill sending in this beautiful piece, and she says fluorite chips, shell pearl rectangles, and a gate puffy coins. Gorgeous piece of jewellery that a combination of a set of pieces of jewellery that she's made. Congratulations, Jill. Beautiful look. And you are 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I have 2, 3, 5.
Nice, isn't it?
Gorgeous. And this is from Karen Page from Birmingham. Hi all at JM, here is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's a necklace, bracelet and earring set made from serpentine, rose gold copper findings and stardust beads, all from JM. Although my photography really doesn't do them justice, it's really hard, I think, to get a photograph of your jewellery that does it justice, isn't it? It's really hard. The jump rings were made using the jump ring tool maker and 1mm copper wire. It would be lovely to see my entry on the show. Well, here it is. She's currently off work suffering with sciatica. I've been tuning in every day and enjoying the company, laughs and banter. Love to you all, and thanks for all the inspiring designers and demos. The last 5 months since I began jewellery making have given me a lovely hobby and skills I never knew I possessed. Well, that's absolutely gorgeous,
Karen, my husband's had a prolapsed back and sciatica for the past year, and my heart goes out to you.
Horrible.
Genuinely, it's exhausting. I know it is, so I'm sending all the very, very best. It is hard. So I'm glad to hear that, obviously. But the only thing is that my husband, especially when he was going through his worst patch when he literally couldn't move, every time I made him laugh, he was like, don't make me laugh. Yeah. And then he stopped it. He can't sneeze because every time he sneezed, like his back would, that's so, it's not good. Bless you. Sending lots of good wishes to you. I've got Anne here, and she says, been making again and really pleased with this leaf design based on a necklace that my late mother used to have with gold leaves hanging down. Just spotted the mookaite flower, says tempted but must stop buying. We'll also put this on Facebook. Think it would be a good kit. Actually, that's a great idea. Looking for brooch pins for soutache. Well, that's a good idea. Okay, and again, I'll take those on board, pass them on to our Hannah in product, and she'll do her very best to get hold of those. Right, that's a really good idea. And if you like the leaf design that Anne's been working with, I've got some amazing leaves coming up that would go very nicely. Actually, probably would match these. So keep an eye out, coming up later on in the show. But if you like that look and you've been inspired by Anne, keep watching and we'll give you the chance to get it. 2, 3, 6.
I've got 2 through 7. I love this colour combination. Red and green. That's
good, nice with my outfit today.
It would go very nicely. Vivian from Tyne and Wear. Hi, Vivian. Hi, here is my entry for the Wall of Fame. Triple strand necklace with matching earrings using red coral and hematite tubes. Green mother of pearl with silver coloured cubes. I love the colours together. It's making me feel really Christmassy. Hope I win as my bank account is suffering, but I just can't resist your deals. Nor can I. I watched for the first time the other day, and in the first 5 minutes I bought something. I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
Congratulations, Vivian. And Vivian, obviously, that fits really nice with my outfit. You're only up in Newcastle. Next time I'm wearing this on a night out, I'll just knock on your door and borrow that, just for the night. I'll give you it back. And then Hazel, here's another one. Hazel, I'll come knocking on your door because she's up in Durham, even closer to me. She says, this week's Wall of Fame entry is pearls and amethyst. You have here a bracelet. She said, I wore the bracelet today and it goes beautifully with blue or green. She says, I'm still without my normal email server as it's been down for weeks, but I hope this works. Well, it did, Hazel, and it's a lovely piece of jewellery combination that you've got. What I like about pieces like that when you've made a set is that you can choose to wear different pieces at different times or put it all together to make one striking look, but you've got variants, haven't you, and variations of the set. 238 you are, Hazel. We've got plenty more to look forward to. Now, I don't know whether you know, something special might be happening today. I don't know whether you might be tuning in for some. I mean, it feels like there's quite a lot of people watching right now, and I can't think why. Can you?
I've got no idea why.
No. Maybe we should find out after the break.
Yeah.
Keep watching.
There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or Freesat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new jewellery maker hobby.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Somewhere between excitement and anxious, I feel right now. Somewhere in the midst of this, I am delighted to be offering you this next launch. This has never been seen before on Jewellery Maker, and there's every chance that we won't be able to give you many of these kind of deals. We are talking a limited opportunity, but when we do it, you know, here at Jewellery Maker, we do it in style. I have got people already waiting on the lines, literally trying to buy this, and we haven't even given you any kind of indication of what we're going to do, but I have got people there who know they want this. This is one of the ultimate tools, not just for jewellery making, and that's the great thing about this tool in particular, that it gives you an incredible array of opportunity, from card making through to an amazing potential to work with material, whether you're going to go into the haberdasheries and print on them, or whether you're then going to go straight into jewellery making and create the most extraordinarily detailed designs and prints. This is your die cutting launch here on Jewellery Maker, and it is, well, it's for us a very exciting time. If you are looking at this tool going, what on earth is this? Let me introduce to you your multi-purpose high pressure roller press. Now the facts are is this has many different uses and facilities, but I guess the main thing is to appreciate that once you've got it, there is an endless supply of different jewellery making offers here. Let's take a look. Now this is your Spellbinders. Now Spellbinders as a make, huge reputation both here and in the US. This is a massive brand. I think for a lot of people, if you're going to go for this kind of tool, you go for Spellbinders, because it has not just in terms of the tool but also all of the added ingredients that give you quality finish results, and that's essential when you work for this. I have got some serious people on the phone lines right now, and I've got a lot of people who are waiting to find out what we're going to do on this deal, and it is going to be a Jewellery Maker deal. From that I can guarantee you. Just to remind you, just take a look at the box and just have a it's not a light tool. I would suggest to you it is heavier, but that's because you're going to use it for some many quite heavyweight purposes, aren't you, Debbie? One of the things is that I will just remind you, our postage and packing is £2.95, and that doesn't matter what size of item that we're sending to you. £2.95, and we're going to be sending this to you. All I'll say is that I don't think there are many places that would ever say we'll deliver this for £2.95. That's for sure. Right then, okay, let's explore the Explorer. I've been practicing that all night long. I've hardly slept. I've been really excited and then going, oh, this is really quite nice. So this is how I feel about it. I am so bewildered by the potential of this tool. It is mind-blowing. In the box, you are going to receive the tool itself. Okay, I can tell you now, the graphics are on. For those of you who've been waiting, I can tell you now, I've already got a lot of people making the purchase, just trusting us on price, just knowing that we'll give you a great deal. I've already got people saying yes to this, and the queues are on the lines. That's just how it's going to be. First come, first serve. Can I just highlight one thing? For every one of our guest designers who has been in the building in the past probably 2 weeks or so, they have all said they want this. They have all said, can we put one to one side? And the answer is no. Everybody, and I mean literally, even to our product manager Hannah Oxbury, Sarah yesterday, Gemma Crow rang Hannah Oxbury yesterday and said, look, I'm not going to be in, I can't be watching, but I need this. And Hannah just went, everybody has the same chance to buy it. Everybody, including Hannah Oxbury, who is the buyer of this product, right? She bought this machine. Even she has to be on the phone lines. Even she has to make the purchase, just like you're going to make the purchase. Because of the stock that we've got, we have to make sure and maintain that everybody has the same chance to own it. With the stock that we have available, which to be honest is probably not going to be enough to go around, we really are going to give you a treat and a half. What is it? Let's get to it. This is your Artisan Explorer Press. It is your Spellbinders Explorer. Can I just highlight that everything that we're going to demonstrate and everything that we're going to talk about, you will get this fantastic booklet. There's also many different demonstrations that you can access on the web. Spellbinders have step-by-step instructions on the web as well, so you have got plenty of chance to be able to really understand, and because I think for today's show we're going to show you loads and loads of different ways to use it, but to be honest, we're going to tip of the iceberg, really, isn't it?
It's tip of the iceberg. I mean, this machine is mind-blowing. I mean, as a metal worker and somebody who works with sort of layered metal, I kind of went with that mindset when I got the machine, and then I was like, oh, but you could do this with it. Oh, yes. But you can use shrink plastic. Oh, but you can use it. So it's absolutely, I think you'll get it, and then the journey will begin, because then you'll see what you can actually do with it, and just loads. More than I could list.
Yes, and I think once you start to break down, and I know that when I spoke to my husband first thing this morning and I said, oh, I've got this new tool and it's a press, he went, well, what is it? What does it do? Now, we're working on the principle. There's probably a lot of people who know exactly what the offer is on this one. You know exactly what the tool does. But we have to also work on the principle that there's people like myself, people like my husband, who are literally brand new to this kind of opportunity, to jewellery make, to card make, to work with fabric. If you're a home decorator and you want to add detail like that, this is it. And for those of you who are going, oh, that looks quite small, that looks like smaller than the ones that I've seen, that's because this is one of the smallest on the market. This is why we've got it in, because we like the compact feature of this. You can normally get these 2 or 3 times as big, and then they almost become like a massive trade size, you know, whereas here you've got the right size to make it handy. It can be stored away, but it also does the job that you need it to do. I'll also show you, you actually see the press itself inside. Can you see that? There you go. That's the cogs that literally you turn to then have the press. So this is a revolution of jewelry making and card making and fabric design, which is why Gemma, of course, wants it, because she loves this. Okay, I'm on last of stock now.
Oh, I haven't even said the price.
I know, but that's just how it is with us, isn't it? You know what you want. You are intelligent buyers. You know exactly what you want. You know where you want to buy it from. You trust us that I have got, and I will tell you, literally, I have got a gazillion different things for you to add on. So once you've got this tool, you've got bezels, you have got foils, you have got blanks, you have got everything, texture streaks, you name it. We've got dies for you, cutters, we've got it all for you today. So if you're going to get this, we're going to give you everything else. Do it in one P&P for £2.95. So you've got the sheets as well. We'll come to these and what they do shortly, but let's get to the price tag. Let's talk about who we are as a company. We're a jewellery maker and we're going to do the very, very best we can for you. All of these opportunities, everything. It's an amazing chance to get everything you need for one price tag. It is definitely what you would classify as a feature price tag, and yours for the taking. Your Artisan Spellbinder Explorer press, cut and emboss machine for just £99.95. You have got a tremendous deal there. You really have got something special. You're paying not just for the tool, but you're paying for the make as well. And one of the things I guess about tools like this is that, you know, the Spellbinder brand has worked really hard to get the proficiency of this tool, to make it work on every kind of different base. And Tom's just going, Vix, I need to know about these bases. What do these bases do? I want to know. We will answer all of your questions as we go over to Debbie now. I have got last of stock. I reckon, based on the people who are on the phone lines right now, I probably have about 4 or 5 left. Okay, if you're on the phone lines, stay there. If you want this, make your purchase now. £99.95. Right then, straight on we go, straight on we go. Because we haven't even revealed what it does.
We've looked at the jewellery.
No, oh, you haven't even seen the jewellery. I totally forgot about that. I've been practicing this in my head. I was going, oh, I mustn't forget to do this, and I mustn't forget to do that. And I haven't even showed you the jewellery that it makes. It's ridiculous as well. It's one of the amazing things about it. The jewellery's phenomenal. Take a look at the jewellery you could make from this machine. I can't believe I haven't done that. Can we do this again? Can we play a re-ride? Can we start again? Can we start again? Can we? Can we? No, we can't. No. Because we only have last of stock now. Oh, if my bosses are watching, I really would have done better. Fired. Don't fire me. No. Take a look at the jewellery you could be making. Exactly. And Tom has not seen the jewellery, and literally in my ears just gone, wow. Yeah, Tom's my director, and this is the first time he's seen it. And look at this.
So that's Debbie Bulford did that one, and that's with polymer and resin, I believe. And then the little butterfly in there has been die cut by the machine and embossed by the machine. And the bezels we're bringing to you later. Isn't that gorgeous?
You will get the bezels as well. So if you like the look of these gorgeous, I mean, they're so like almost really chunky
and antique-y.
Yeah.
And it can be anything you want it to be, really, depending on what you put in it. That's the fun of it.
And then you've done the next piece, and you've created exactly the same principle of these gorgeous settings. And here you've done this amazing detail. And
well,
again,
layered. That's layered foils that we're going to bring you. That's the little bird we're going to bring you as well. And then I've used some card stock to actually cut out the little flower and the little star. So you can use card, paper, shrink plastic, foils, metal, fabric.
Denim. I was watching denim, leather, hard metals. You can actually use like kind of your thicker metals if you've got the right press.
That's right. So you could put anything in there. I mean, you could literally cut, depending on the dies that you buy for cutting, whether you want flowers, birds, if you want more traditional shapes, hearts, depending on the ones that you buy, you can just put anything in. You can cut anything. Felt.
Like, you know, you've just got all of that lovely felt that we've done as one of our launches not so long ago. You know that felt? And then literally you can press against that and cut into it.
It's like, as a silversmith, it's like a mini rolling mill.
Yes.
And rolling mills are hundreds, if not thousands of pounds. And this is like a mini one.
And so compact, because I was, again, because obviously I'm coming from a perspective of I didn't even know what the potential was. So I did a lot of research, and actually I was looking at these machines, and most of the machines are like this size.
And who's got room
and you
for
have
that?
to like a crankshaft. You know, I felt the word, where's chitty chitty bang bang? Because there's that kind of, you know, whereas this is so compact. I mean, the size of this, we're talking about 4 1/4 inch, so that's perfect.
It's really sturdy though.
Yeah, and it's also got a clamp to clamp against the table if you want. So it's really well designed. And for me, there is this potential to get an endless supply of jewellery that nobody else will have.
That's it.
You know,
truly
amazing.
bespoke, truly bespoke. Because I could give you the same colour foils, the same dies, the same gemstones, and you wouldn't make the same piece that I did.
Yeah.
So you're making your jewellery truly bespoke. And that's really, really exciting. I love that.
Yes.
I love making what nobody else is wearing, what nobody else can buy, and you can do that with this machine.
Yeah, and I think that the biggest thing is that we're about to show you just a fraction of the possibilities, and I do genuinely, and one of the nicest things about, I guess, for those of you who are watching who perhaps already are inspired by card making or have, you know, crafts with fabrics, or, you know, anything like that, perhaps you're interested in doing home decorations, because I know there's a lot of people who use this to do some amazing detail of home decor. These are
crossover, isn't it? It's a crossover of crafts.
Yeah.
It's paper craft, it's home decor, it's metalwork.
And it's interesting because quite a lot of people, when they found out we're doing this, go, why is Jewelry Maker doing that? Because surely it's about card. It's not. Oh, no. The resultant jewelry shows you that it's not about just making cards. That's the last thing, actually.
No.
Because I think that when you start to see the texture sheets, in fact, let's just go to it. Which one shall we go for? Let's go for the first texture sheet, because when you see the texture sheets coming into the resulting jewellery, that's when you really do see that this is not about making cards. Although the nicest part about it, you can make whatever you like out of this, and the opportunity is fabulous. So then we have got for you.
If you show that texture sheet, you've got there. I've put one of the red foils through the machine and textured it. Look at that. So once you've done that, you can do anything with that.
So basically what this is like a textured stamp that you place against sorry
I'll
for
show
example,
you.
let me show, for example, you take something like this.
Yes.
Right? You take something like this and then you place it in the press with your textured stamp.
Yeah.
Once you've placed it in, that's the result.
And it's all about the sandwich of plates that you put into your machine. And with your machine, you get 4 plates. Now you don't have to think, oh, do I have to remember what the pink does? Because it's written on. I love easy. So you've got your base plate, which is your grey plate, so that always goes on the bottom.
Yes.
You've got your pink plate, which is your embossing plate, which is what you would use for your texture.
Okay.
And then you've got your white plate, which I'll show you how to use that later. That's for cutting out your shapes. And then this is your embossing mat at the top. So it's all about the sandwich that goes through the machine as to what it does. So if you're going to use your texture, you would need your base plate, choose your textured plate.
Yep.
And put that down. Choose your foil. Let's go for green because it's on the top.
Yep.
Pop the green on the top there.
Yep.
Then goes your rubber mat.
Yep.
Then goes your embossing plate.
As it tells you.
It tells you, so you're not going, ooh. Now, as far as the machine goes, the only thing you need to do, there's a little switch on the front and you press it down. It's like a suction. And that fixes it down to your table.
Can you do that again and turn it around so we can show everybody?
Yeah. Can you see that? You see it on that camera?
Yeah.
So all you do is turn that.
It literally is just a suction.
Suction it down.
So
that's down.
Oh yeah, so it's solid. That's a clever idea.
And then that's down. I mean, you wouldn't want to put that on your beading mat. You want to have it on a hard surface.
Yeah.
But that's down now. That's ready to go. That's as hard as it gets.
Okay.
So I'm just going to turn it the other way so that I can get you into the other camera. Okay, about there. And again, push it down. I've got my sandwich. I'm going to pop my sandwich together so that
So do you need the cutting plate?
I don't.
No. Okay. So you just got your base plate, you've got
Yeah.
your rubber, you've then got obviously the texture sheet and the embossing
Yeah.
plate, and then you've got the final.
So that's your sandwich.
Okay.
Usually you do that and then put it in. It's because I was
Yeah,
chatting on
that's
as
good.
usual. Pop it in. You'll feel when you hit some tension.
Yeah.
Take hold and just, excuse me, start to roll it through. Now, as you get to your texture plate, you'll feel it start to get a little bit harder so that you know that it's working. Put your hand on the top. I wouldn't recommend that you hold the back because you're going to start holding them together and distorting. So put your
and the
hand
job
on
is
the top.
being done by the machine.
Yeah,
so
you
it
don't
doesn't
want
need
to be
helping.
distorting where the plates want to be.
Yeah.
But
But actually, that's it though, isn't it?
That's it. Keep rolling. Don't try and pull it out of the machine or push it
Yeah,
in. Just
just
let it
do
do
it.
its job. Comes out. Oh, it's exciting,
Isn't it?
And I've done it loads of times.
So cool.
And then very gently, because it all gets sandwiched together, release your plate. Oh, it's nice and green. And there you are. So that could have been metal. I will tell you what you need to do if you want to do thicker metal, or that could have been cardstock, that could have been paper, material, whatever you want it to be. And look at that. I mean, how else would you get that texture?
And so we're offering you right now your 2 texture sheets in this first bundle. And as I say, we have got lots of different permutations for you today. We've got lots of different looks. Truthfully, just go for them all because we've got so many great different looks and results. Here you have your Artisan Explorer textured sheets. This is bundle 1, and your price tag is just $19.95 for the 2, but when you start to consider how much you're going to get in terms of workable and how durable they are.
I mean, they're ever so sturdy. I bet you could even roll your clay out on those. Do you know what I mean? They're ever so, that's metal. I mean, that's a sturdy
and
piece
I was
of
about to
kit.
say, I wonder if you could do with the polymer clay something like, you know, if you wanted it in texturing.
in your bezels.
Yeah, exactly.
To match whatever else. So you can just play. I mean, it's endless. And this isn't a plastic little flimsy thing. This is going to last and last. This is metal.
Yes, exactly, and it needs to be that because that's the whole point
yeah.
of the actual press, isn't it?
Because you wouldn't get a good pattern if you didn't have something substantial to roll against.
That's it.
So these are absolutely brilliant. They're going to last you. It's not something that's going to wear out. It's a once only purchase, really. And I think once you get used to a couple of textures, now I've done this, I've thought I only need a few textures. You don't. Because as you get designing, you think, oh no, I need another texture for that bit.
Yeah.
So I would recommend that if you can manage to afford it, that you get more than 2 if you can, because then you can really have a play.
And I think the layers of the prints.
And it's when you start to layer that you realise that you need some different prints to go on top of each other. So when you do start making your jewellery or whatever it may be, that's when you need the different textures. And you'll see with my necklace there, I've
just gonna
used
say
probably
that.
on the heart
this one in particular.
There's 3 different textures, and I don't think it would have looked the same if I'd have put all the same textures.
Oh no, it wouldn't have had anywhere near the result as you've got it, would it? It's if you hadn't had that individuality of each layer.
And it makes each layer stand out more, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I would recommend getting a few of these to have a play with, because they're multi-purpose. There's loads of things that I can think of off the top of my head that you could do with this that didn't even involve this. So I think it's something that you would have in your kit and really use a lot. You'd get them out a lot.
Yeah, I'd agree. $19.95 is all you pay. Again, first come, first served on all of the deals today, all of our deals. Straight on again, we're going to stick with, actually, this shape, we've got it, the shell, that gorgeous shell shape, and then this lovely, almost latticed style, almost Asian-inspired kind of
lovely.
Detail, isn't it?
Yeah, that's lovely.
It's got a little bit of a Bollywood flair to it. I
has.
could imagine, you know, Taj Mahal and all of those gorgeous, almost looking through the window of the Taj Mahal, you have that luxury of feel about it. Really gorgeous detailing of these. These are a second lot of your textured sheets. These are Great Works 1 and 2, and your price tag, once again, we're going to say less than £20. Yep, $19.95 for your textured sheets. If you would like to join us on any of these deals, just remind you, you're dialing on a free phone number, so if you find yourself holding on the lines, please do be patient with us. You process your call as fast as we possibly can, but as you can appreciate, these are incredibly desired offers. These are very, very popular. Again, all part of one tool that makes such an impact. Less than £20, so that's less than a tenner for each one of your textured sheets. And the interesting part about the result that you're achieving here is that you can use them in a minimal way, or you can use them in a big way. You know, you've got a full sheet that you could actually press against.
I'm going to show you how to cut this out with the same machine. So you might want just one little heart from there for your design and put the rest away for later when you do something else. But you know, your journey doesn't end here, because you could sand that, you could ink it, you could put patina on it. You know, you could paint it and then rub it off so it only goes into the grooves. This is only the beginning of what you can go on to achieve.
And when it's got that lovely texturing to it, it is actually almost like a dynamic. It's not just a flat finish, is it? It has got that up and down, the rise and fall, which actually could be to your benefit if you are going to add a detail or an extra dynamic of, as you say, inking or
because
patinering.
you could just, if you get it all into the little tiny grooves, make sure it's compatible with the material that you're using, and then wipe it off. I mean, I did a similar thing with the stamping the other week, and so all the paint goes in the groove, or you could just dab it on, you know, if you don't want a uniform colour. So I think you get into that once you get into using your machine, or if loads of people out there know what they're doing with it, and if you make paper crafts, you'll know this. I'm
preaching to the converted.
That's But if you weren't sure, that there are loads and loads of things you do after you texture it, you know, so it really fuels your imagination. I think that's what's the exciting thing about this tool, is that it takes you in different directions. Because I'm not a paper crafter, but I started looking for paper to do.
Because you wanted to see its
I wanted to see what it looked like in the jewellery.
Absolutely. $19.95 is all you pay. Again, that is your Gradeworks 1 and 2 texture sheets. Now then, this time we're going for the texture sheet, and you're also going to get a pack of the foils. Now these sheets are fabulous because you get a full arrangement. Let me just show you all of the different colour range that you're going to get. You're going from your pinks, you've got that, actually this is, I picked up the wrong one, beg your pardon. Let me make sure I'm showing you the right colours that you're buying. These are more of the autumn shades actually, aren't they? Beautiful arrangement of colours. So you've got the red, blues, and you've got the greens. Let's see, the greens and the goldens. Oh, I like those colours.
And you could make your Christmas decorations, personalised Christmas decorations out of these colours, couldn't you?
And there is some really nice Christmassy colours going on there, isn't there?
And very autumnal as well.
Yeah, perfect. So these are your sheets, and once you've put them in the press, will you do it one more time for us? That'd be cool. What shall I give you? Which one?
Have you got that press in this one? This is one of my favourite ones.
Can I go with the gold?
You can.
Let's go with gold, because I think that if you've got the gold chain as well today, it might be quite nice to mix them all up together.
I absolutely love this.
I have to say, that's
branches.
This one, isn't it?
It's like branches. And if you don't want anything that's too bold and busy, so if you've got a busy pattern and then you want something underneath it, this one's lovely.
So you're going to get the textured sheet. This is your plate with this amazing, I liked how you crackled, it's called, but it's almost like tree
It's like trees, it looks like tree branches.
And then you have your 15 sheets of your multicolours of this offer, and this is yours. It's your crackle texture sheet and your foil, so it's both that you're going to get. It's a bit of a bonus, isn't it? $17.95.
Well, if you want to try it out and you can't stretch to like lots of plates, you've got plate and foils there, haven't you?
Yeah, this is a good one if you are just wanting to give it a go.
Be gentle with it, because it does press together quite firmly, because that's its job.
Yeah.
So don't be pulling at your mat. It will come off just nice and gently, and then loosen it up. Oh, I love that one.
That's nice.
Oh, I love that one. You see that? Look at that. It's like leaves or
beautiful.
Trees. I absolutely love that one. I think that one's so versatile.
Now you wait until we then take the printed, and then when it's got the texture, we can then start to cut into it. Yeah. With the same machine, you get the cuts as well, which are the dies, and you will have those coming up very, very soon as well. So then you can see how you can then explore the different shapes. Because when you're working with these kind of sheets, you then have the opportunity to work layering.
You can.
Can't you?
I mean, I would usually cut first. It's different for everybody, so that I can see what my sheet looks like as a bird or a flower or a heart, and then I would actually emboss. That's just the way I do it.
Yeah.
But of course you can do it the other way around. but yes, because I think sometimes if you see it on a big surface area, you know, if you see it actually on the little tiny thing, you've done all the big thing, then you can see how you're going to layer.
And my question would be, if you've put your die on there, your texture sheet here, and obviously you've got this spare, this is not wasted, is it? You're literally just using the same again.
And even if you wanted just a little piece out of that, if you put your die in the corner, then you've got all of the rest for another project, another time.
Absolutely.
So nothing is waste, and you can put the tiniest bit through. If you've got a very small die, which I will show you, you only need a little square of it, so
and you don't need to put the whole sheet in.
No,
you can literally do tiny sections if you prefer.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's just for wastage. You don't want, you know, when you've got so many different 15 sheets, you're going to have a lot of jewellery making potential anyway, aren't you? But actually, just to know that the sheets are going to go further than just one look or one style. £17.95 is all you pay. So that is the texture sheet, the crackled texture sheet, which we're liking a lot. And then you've got 15 sheets as well, and that includes your red, your gold. You've got this beautiful, I mean, it's almost the closest way to describe this is like a nude colouring here. Then you've also got your blue and your green. So 15 sheets in total, £17.95 is all you pay. Okay, straight on again we move, and this time we're moving on to your raspberry spacer plate and your junior metal shim. Now then, just to highlight the fact that we have had quantity available in all of these. We are at the present time, we're in the midst of shipping the remainder of the stock that we would like to put to air for this deal. It is in the midst of arriving probably the beginning of next week. Now, what we have decided to do, for those of you who have made the purchase of the machine today, we are putting you at the top of the list. You will be contacted and you will have first refusal on this deal, because this, for anybody who wants to get into the heavier metal gauges, anybody who's working with the thicker, wants to start working with the thicker metals, this is very important to you. But of course, what we have accepted the fact is that we've got a tiny quantity really of what we would like, smaller quantity of what we'd prefer. So because of that, what we've decided is to say, for those of you who have bought this today, we will offer you first refusal to get the remainder stock of what we have, and we'll give you free P&P. So we'll post this out to you if you make the purchase of this today. And because we have just had a little problem with the shipping in of this, and because we know it's quite an important asset to get this tool with this, we're saying people who have bought the machine today, we will give you first refusal. We will contact you and tell you, right, it's available. Would you like to make the purchase? You could decide. It will be free P&P. We'll offer you to get this to you alongside that. It's just one of those things. It's one of those things that we want to give you the best deal that we can. Now, this is it. This is important for the heavier workmanship of the tool.
If you want to make thicker pieces, if you want to use thicker sheet, copper sheet or whatever it is you're using, you will need this shim, and it's just a different configuration of the sandwich. And you actually put, and you know, you can see lots of tutorials online on how to do this if you're not sure, but it's exactly the same as I've shown you, but you just put the metal shim on top of the base plate, so then the rollers have something to press again and it gives it more tension, and then you can actually
feel the weight.
You can feel the weight. You can just cut out heavier. So if you look on my heart necklace, the large heart, if I'd have just cut out the foils, it would have been bendy obviously and it wouldn't have stayed. So I cut out a thicker copper sheet as my base, and I used the metal shim for that through the machine. So it will cut copper sheet. I mean, obviously it's not going to cut 2mm copper sheet, you know, within reason. But you also get your raspberry plate, which goes on the top of the sandwich. You can use your embossing plate on top of the sandwich, but it just depends on the thickness of the metal you're using. So you'll know when you put it into the machine, if you've put your red plate on the top and it's just going through, then it's too thin. It's actually down to the thickness
Makes sense.
So if you've got thinner metal like I used, I actually just used this.
Right, okay.
I just used the pink one. But I think it's quite important to have that one as well, because then you're not limited to what kind of metal you're putting through.
So we're doing this as a deal, we're doing it as a double package, and as I say, for those of you who have made the purchase of the machine, we will be in contact with you, hopefully around about the beginning of next week. We're hoping, you know, as soon as we can, once we've got it back in stock, we will be contacting you personally, and we will be letting you know that you have first refusal on the stock that we have of this. And if you want to buy it, you really buy it within this bundle. We'll offer you free P&P, because of course we'll have already sent that out, and this will be just as an additional buy it now. Okay, congratulations, £14.95. Last deal.
Oh, lovely.
Because really, you've got the textured sheets, you've got to get the ingredients now, and this is what this is where you really have got the opportunity.
That's the copper that I was talking about that you would need the sheet for.
The raspberry sheet for, and
you would
the
need
harder.
that to actually cut through. There's 2 sheets here of copper, and that's what I used as the base of my heart on the necklace.
Let me quickly show you that base so that you can actually see.
Can you see that's actually copper?
Yep.
So that's a sturdy base for you to layer, or
Yeah.
you could do whatever you want with it. You wouldn't have to layer it.
It does have that nice strength about it,
So
doesn't
that's
it?
not going to bend. That's a great basis for your jewellery. So if you were going to do maybe bangles where you're going to hammer them around the mandrel or something, you would need the thicker sheet.
So this is your 2 sheets of the thicker ply, and then on top of that we're giving you a subsequent 15 of the foils. So the foils are the thinner that we've shown you how to place already, and these are the 2 sheets are the thicker of the copper colour, so that you do have that more perhaps base work, or whether you're going to get the richer more perhaps more, what's the word, sturdy parts of the jewellery making as well. So you're going to get both of these within this combination. £14.95. Now you actually said that you cut that copper with the alternatives, you know, so you know those just make your job easier.
I mean, the copper, if you want to get the copper home and have a play, you can cut out the copper with your tin snips or your firm scissors.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, so I mean, you might want to actually emboss it and then cut round it in the meantime if you wanted to do that. But to be honest, you've got your machine.
I was just going to say,
you're not going to get a
finish,
perfect finish. You know, you're going to have to end up sanding and messing about. And the whole point of this machine is to make your life easier.
Yeah, exactly. And it cuts with an edge that is professional, and it's that finish that you're looking for.
And you're not going to be able to do every shape like that. I mean, you might be able to do a little something, but you know. So, I mean, it's best to wait for the shim. That's it. That's the word. The shim.
Get the shim. Yeah, the
shim.
shim is this part here. And I went, what is a shim? When I started to research, what is a shim? That's a shim, and effectively it is just another part of it's one of the plates. But instead of it being a plate, it's actually it's a metal, so that it has that durability. Take the thicker metal to cut against. And as I say, then the raspberry spacer plate is, again, it's just about the durability of putting in through a thicker metal. So that's it. Right then, what did I say? £14.95. Wow, okay then, £14.95 it is. And you're getting 2 of the thicker sheets, and you're also going to get 15 foils as well, and you can work one against the other. So you can have the heavier copper, and then you can add in the colour, just as Debbie has done within a design like this one. So you can layer them up, so that you have got that addition. And are you just gluing on top then? Are you literally just gluing them on top and on top?
I just went for the super glue, and literally bonds. Done. So any craft glue that is suitable for your medium that you're working with will work.
Because it obviously depends on whether you're working with the likes of fabric, or whether you're working with paper, or whether you're working with metal.
So whatever, you check on your glue that it's suitable for your medium that you're working with. But for the metal, I just use a super glue. I mean, I did think, usually I'd use epoxy to part with metal, but the super glue worked perfectly well. So, you know.
Job done. £14.95 for your foils and your copper sheet. Now, this is just the beginning, right? This really is just the beginning, because we have got, coming up later on, we're going to show how to cut with the dies. We also have the bezels as well. We've got some blanks, which means that you can set up your own beautiful framework of jewellery. You know, there's loads of different opportunities, and that's coming up later on in the show. So that's all to look forward to. But for now, I'll say a big thank you to you for inspiring us with some amazing pieces. And I just have to say a big, obviously to Debbie as well for sharing the idea of being able to bring polymer clay with then the medium of this gorgeous textured sheeting and things. It really is a fabulous piece. And then also show you these bezels. Both of you create totally different looks with your different mediums with the bezel as well. So they're all to look forward to. Then that's going to come later on. So the cutting to create the butterflies and to create the bird from each one of those pendants, those are coming up later on as well. So that's all to look forward to. Right then, where are we moving on to? What should we do next? Should we go do another kit?
Yeah.
Go on then. Like you're not
just
working
give me a minute.
Bless her, bless her. Right then, we have got coming your way. Don't forget, we've got sapphires. We've got a brand new bead box. Yes, I know I've said the word bead box. Oh, and for those of you who were just interested in the leaves, I just let you know I don't just have one, but I have 2 different leaves to offer you and floral carved flowers as well. Lots and lots of treats. In the meantime, let's skip it out. Oh, we're going back to the purples again this time, but in a totally different way. So if you got the first kit, you might actually quite like the idea of getting 2 kits today, because you could bring them both together and you would get some that gorgeous. I would classify that as a strand of distinction, This is, God, please let our camera catch the quality of this. Now, this is a limited edition kit, very restricted in opportunity to get the quality of this strand. Oh my giddy aunt. This is just amazing. What a truly exceptional strand of gemstones here. I just cannot falter the luxury that I'm going to be offering you here. The luster, the way these have been polished, and of course the polishing of a gemstone is crucial to the final finish, and often is the case. You'll hear lapidarists say that when you cut a gemstone, it is the most painstaking aspect, but the most rewarding aspect of finishing off a gemstone is the polish. When you add in that final finish and you then get the reward of so much luster and light reaction. These are really well-esteemed gemstones in their own right of amethyst, but to be honest, this is not just standard amethyst. This is not an everyday strand that I've seen on our channel. This is high grade. The color is there, the quality of the cut and the polish is phenomenal. These are luxury gemstones. I don't want you to underestimate just how good. I mean, I would expect you to be paying what, 15-20 pounds for that strand at least. That would be my instinct on this. Price tag, sorry, 6. What was that, Kim? There you go. Kim, my producer, said £14.95. What did I say? Just the quality of that strand. You cannot underestimate. One strand, £14.95. This kit is a limited edition, and probably a limited edition based on this one strand, because I don't think we'd be able to get hold of anywhere near the type of quantity we'd like to have of this type of quality of amethyst. Truly exquisite. You'll get it home and you'll go, God, no wonder Vicky was raving about it. No wonder she was going on and on. That's a strand and a half. Beautiful quality of amethyst. We're going to add in rainbow moonstone. Wow, what a compliment that is when you've got such rich colours of those deep purples. You then have a perfect ethereal-like gemstone to work against it. 4mm brilliant, perfect rounds that you have here of your moonstone. We're backing that up and we're sticking with the delicacy of design and shape. But how cute are these? Heart-shaped black agate. Let me just put these down so you can see. Can you see them? Oh, they are super cute. Oh, they are fabulous, aren't they? They're going to add some real fun, funky, and real interest to your jewellery designs. Gorgeous strand. This is yours, and it is your black agate. flat hearts. They are 4mm in size. I think they're so cute. Then I'm going to add one more time, and I'm going to add your abalone. And we had abalone yesterday, and I can't think of the name of the lady who had offered at the Wall of Fame an abalone piece. But when you saw it, and it was just the type of jewellery that you just go, gosh, you'd pay hundreds of pounds for that. You literally, because of the quality of the luxury of the look. And here, these are double-sided abalone as well, so it really means that you've got the chance to create something totally different from each side, and every perspective of each gemstone is different. So nice to have that, especially if you're making the likes of earrings, etc., where they're going to move. Now I have got a pair of earrings on. I don't know whether you noticed, but these earrings. And again, this is about talking about using the likes of chain and one or two gemstones to get an amazing look. How cute are they? And yet the simplest to make. In fact, you know the technique that you've just seen last for the first kit. We showed the technique of how to add chain and how to just, that's it. That really is as simple as it is. Just add the chain to your shepherd hook, give a bit of detail to the bottom, and you've got a flourishing, beautiful piece of jewellery. I would wear these all the time on my evenings out and things like that, because they're really light, but they're just doing a really good job, aren't they? So I digress. You've got your little heart shapes, which you can use 3 or 4 of to get that detail, which is fabulous. But then you've got so much more. Let's just remind ourselves that 1 strand of amethyst is £14.95, and half the stock on this kit is already gone. I think that's probably based on the strands, because these are breathtaking strands. You've then got on top of that your satin cord, beading thread, monofilament and elastic. You've also got with this offer 10 meters of your black coated copper wire. That's 0.25mm gauge, so lots and lots of variety. And we're finishing it all off with your 98 pieces of your silver plated copper findings, and lots of opportunity to get plenty of jewelry. Just thanks to the findings alone, you're going to get lots of jewelry, especially when you think about the, you know, as I say, these earrings. You're probably looking at how many gemstones is there? 1, 2, 3? Is there maybe 3 or 4? Okay, so there's 4, which means we've used just 8 gemstones, and the rest are findings. And all of those findings come as part of this kit. So really, 4 gemstones, bit of finding, and these are the jewellery pieces that you could be making. This is a limited edition kit. You should be paying over £47 on this kit. Should be paying over £47. I repeat it one more time, £47, and that's justifiable when you start to consider you've got strands of this grade of amethyst coming your way. 1 kit, well over half the stock's gone. Your limited edition opportunity is just 47 to 21. That's better than half price, isn't it? That's better than half price. That's a tremendous deal. Over 50% off. I mean, if you want to break it down in another way, you buy this incredible amethyst, justifiable at $14.95 any day of the week. I could justify that price tag. That's $14.95. Then you get the rest of this bundle, including the findings, the wire, the cord, 3 other strands of gemstones, including rainbow moonstone and those heart-shaped again. And all of this would be £7. All the rest of that bundle is £7. I would pay more than that for the amethyst, in all honesty. I mean, Debbie, this amethyst is
beautiful and
exquisite.
It's a shape I haven't really worked with before. And I mean, you know, if you know me, you know I like amethyst. It's my favourite anyway. But this amethyst was almost like a lighter shade. You can see through it. Really beautiful to work with, and it goes so beautifully with the rest of the beads that, again, it was another kit that pretty much made itself.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about it is that there's a transparency to the amethyst, but it's still that lovely richness.
Oh, it's rich.
That just, you know, it's amethyst.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't mistake it for being amethyst, but I think the way it's cut, it's just really unusual.
And polished. It's actually the polish. That's the finish of it that you. It's not so much the cut.
It's
because
gorgeous.
It's
It's
actually the
like-
polish, which is why I'm intrigued by it, because the regard of the luster is actually based on the finish that you've got from the start. There you can see. Look at that.
I wonder how long it would take them to do just one, because they
Oh,
are actually
check.
knotted in between on the strands so that it keeps them safe. And you know, you just wonder what kind of work goes into doing
Look at
something
that high
like
shine. Look
Yeah.
at that high shine. That is absolutely amazing. Kim, my producer goes, I might have to pinch those.
They are lovely, Kim. They're gorgeous.
She says to if the bosses are watching, joking. But seriously, she's not. Let me just quickly I'll move those to one side so we can see some of the amazing pieces that you've made. The abalone, because of the two-sided quality of it, really lends itself to lots of different jewellery potential.
Lots of different, and great for flowers, which I'll show you how to do a little flower in a minute. But I think the thing is with this kit, because the gemstones are so gorgeous, I wanted to show how you could do something really statement, and because you get cord in there, I wanted to get cord in it as well. But I also wanted to show you how just one of those little amethysts on a piece of cord could just look amazing.
I love that idea. I love looking at that.
I mean, that's not a difficult thing to make, that's minutes, but that's the sort of thing that I would wear round my neck, day in, day out, and maybe put a longer piece on with it, because I do like my jewellery.
Yeah, like multi-layer it.
Multi-layer it.
Yeah,
but that's the sort of thing that when you took your jewellery off at night, you would probably just leave that on.
Yeah,
You know,
because you just did.
and you can just, and it's very comfortable against the skin, the cord, and you could just have, and again, with a little bracelet here.
Love that, that's so
Again,
cute.
quite dainty, but then again, quite trendy because I've got the cord in there as well, and that's just one of the amethysts. But doesn't it stand out, just one of those little amethysts?
Yeah, and the thing is that they're actually, if you put it in perspective on what you would buy in the high street, they're not that little.
Oh, crumbs,
You know,
no.
when you start to consider, excuse me, one of these, especially if you look at this type of cluster, one of these in a charm bracelet would set you back some serious
crumbs,
money.
yeah.
And I've got to just keep on reminding you, the polish of these are ridiculously gorgeous. I've never seen us do amethyst that is this highly polished. I've only got 10 left of this kit.
I'm not surprised.
I think there's quite a lot of people watching today.
I won't get one then.
No,
Okay.
no,
I'll get over it.
just no.
I'll just get over it.
Get on.
Okay.
Can you show us to make a flower?
No, because you're not giving me a kit.
Okay, thank you. See you later then.
I'm only joking. Of course I will.
So you've basically just almost bound them together.
Bound them together. Because you get wire and cord in this kit.
Wow.
That doesn't
How
happen
generous of
often.
us.
I love
generous. Very generous.
that. I got a bit excited when I opened it. I was like, oh, what can I do?
Yeah, because there's again with the cord and the wire, you've got loads of different alternatives, haven't you?
So I just macrame'd the amethyst there, and then when I'd finished the bracelet, I wired on the flower.
Cool.
So all you need are 5 of your little abalone shells,
Yeah.
and 1 of your amethysts. Put your glasses on. I do this every time. Sometimes they're on my head and I can't find them. Right, pop them through, because they are drilled in a really interesting way. So they're actually drilled corner to corner.
And the nice thing is that once you've got a drill hole like that, you're already looking at something different from
Yeah,
your jewellery
because if they
making.
went side to side, that's fine. But you immediately said flower to me because of the way they were drilled.
Yeah.
So I would take that sort of to the middle of my length, because I like to work either side. Pinch your wire down the back of your shell and then pinch together and just do a couple of little turns. Now you don't want to do them too tight because you don't want to snap the wire. And then take your tails out to both sides. So I tend to work on one side than the other. And then your next one, exactly the same thing, all the way around. So have a look, see how long your stem is on your first one and try and sort of replicate that so it's even. Take it down the back of the gemstone and twist. Now you want all of your wires to be at the back, so stop twisting when your shell,
Yes,
your wire's at the back and your shell sits at the front, the plain bit. Now I'm going to go into that side. So that's 2.
you could actually make a nice grid almost.
You
as well,
could,
couldn't you?
you
'Cause of
could
the
with this
shape of
shape,
these.
they're really good. But you can make a square if you
Yeah,
did 4,
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
you? Same again. Down the back. Hope you can see what I'm doing, because I'm a bit of a fidget when I'm making.
Yeah,
I'm one of those messy makers.
We're with you, we're with you.
And then in. So that's 4. Now this is 2.5 wire, so it is quite brittle and you need to be gentle with it. And then the last one. So easy to use this wire. And round the back. Same thing again. So that you've now got your 5 petals. And I start to wind it in and out because this adds a little bit of structure to your flower. Starts to make it a bit stronger because the wire is a bit thinner. You could do this with 0.4 as well, or 0.6, 0.8 if you were really pushed, but that might be a little bit hard on your fingers. And then when you finished, I'm not going to do it all, you don't want to watch me wind for ages, but when you finish winding most of your wire around to give some more structure, you bring one up to the middle, pop on. Oh, these are so gorgeous.
Honestly, I just think they're amazing.
Through, just so that that's the central point, and round to the back. And then I would just, again, twist. So you'll take more time, I'm doing it quickly. And when you've finished with your flower shape, you've got 2 tails at the back so that you can actually wind them and wrap them onto your finished pieces.
Where was it there? So you can wrap it on.
And because the wire is thinner, if you wrap it onto your finished piece, that gives it structure at the back as well. So this wire is really good for wrapping, for adding things, putting things together. And you know, you could put loads of those together, loads of those flowers if you wanted a statement piece.
They're really cute.
Or just add one, you know, to the bracelet as I've done, or 2 to the necklace. So that's quite an easy technique.
Perfect. £21.95, and it looks like that kit is now sold out. So with that in mind, if you like this kit, we have another little treat that perhaps will go perfectly to match. And I'm thinking about against those blues of the abalone, because if you've had the purples of the amethyst, and that amethyst is top grade amethyst, and then we also, sorry, I'm just going to move that there so I can get in, because I want us to see how well the lapis lazuli will match against the colours that you've already got from this kit. Because if you start to consider you've got the amethyst matching in those beautiful colours of the abalone, and you've got of course the freshness of the greens which just illuminate, but actually one of the nicest colours of abalone are the richer, darker, more intense shades of royal blue, and that's exactly where you're going to get that colour matching from your lapis lazuli. So perfect to add on to this kit. These are your lapis lazuli hexagons. They are 11 by 10 millimeter, and they are 200 carats in total. And really, the technique that you've just shown us, we could actually do to then make this lovely, almost blockbuster style. You know.
Yes.
You know what I mean, with a bit of Bob Holness going on.
It's
where
like
you
a honeycomb shape.
Exactly. Although that would have been a better way to describe it.
No, I like the Bob Holness. No, that works for me. I like that.
I'll have a pee-pees, Bob.
I knew exactly what you meant.
But it literally, they could sit into each other.
Yeah. Oh, they're lovely.
That really would work so nicely, and you could just keep on stacking them alongside each other, because if you were a clever enough designer, you could, I would call it almost peyote style, make that lovely like stitching together so that they would create, like you say, a honeycomb of lapis lazuli. Could you imagine that as a bracelet?
That would be gorgeous. Gold wire.
Oh, that would be amazing with a gold chain.
Gorgeous.
Yes, please. I'll have one of those. Whoever makes that, I'll buy it off you. You've got there lapis lazuli hexagons, or one price tag only. Great quality, of course, and $6.95. The shape is what makes it interesting. Just like we had with the abalone, the shape and where it was drilled made it interesting. And exactly the same is the principle here, where you've got that something different to work with, something that's going to make something unique. And if you think for $6.95, you could make yourself an incredible multi-block design, and if you did that and then added in chain either side, my goodness me, what an amazing resulting piece of jewellery that's going to be. And you know, for $6.95, and a little bit of chain that perhaps you've already got with the 10 metres that we've done today. It's jewellery that's going to get you noticed, but also jewellery that doesn't have to set you back a fortune. Less than £7, 200 carats. We haven't seen a huge great deal of lapis lazuli in these kind of shapes. I mean, we see them in quite standard shapes, but it's quite nice to see lapis lazuli offering you something different. And of course, such a really exciting gemstone to work with against something like the abalone, with all of those rich shades of blues and then those golden flecks that just catch the light. Yours for the taking while we have the stock to go around. 200 carats of lapis lazuli for £6.95. We're moving straight on to those of you who've been texting and saying how much you're enjoying the show. Thank you so much. Really, really nice to have your company today. And even more so to know that I've still got bead box, still got sapphire to look forward to, and even more of your die cutting inspiration as well. This time we're going to take you into how to actually stamp and how you actually then start to cut the shapes and also show you how to work with the bezels as well. So that's also look forward to straight after the Wall of Fame.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? Would you like to try a new hobby? Then why not give us a call on 0800 644 655 and we'll send you a free copy of our DVD and booklet to help you get started. You don't even need to make an order. Get involved with Jewellery Maker.
Well, I have got a lovely email from Joan in Edinburgh saying, this is my first entry to the Wall of Fame, made sunstone, moonstone, memory wire and silver plated copper findings, all purchased from Jewellery Maker, of course. My hobby all started with a gift of a beading class given to me by my niece Laura. I went along with my sister and came away with different types of bracelets and a realisation that I could create something rather good, and it's not that difficult once you've learnt the basics. Then my channel hopping sister found you, and it's been inspiring going from glass beads to real gemstones. Your presenters are so knowledgeable, and I've learnt about gems I didn't even know existed. Thanks to all for giving me the tools to explore my creative side. And Joan, what a privilege it is to have your email, just to to hear your journey, and in particular to see the resulting jewellery that you're producing, which is fabulous. And it's great to have your company, and even better to think that you might even have the chance of winning £50 or £100. Credited to your Jewellery Maker account, of course. It's a draw that takes place every Wednesday. So if you enter just like Joan has, and to show us your jewellery, wherever you are, whether you're just getting started or whether you're exploring, the likes of beautiful beading thread that we're about to see, whatever your journey is, we'd love to see and have your entrant. And as I say, you never know, you might be pulled out the hat and get that £50 or £100 credited to your account. Joan, thank you so much for taking the time. 239.
240, I love this. This is beading wire, all beading wire I suspect. This is from Jean from Newcastle again. Hi to all JM fans, and thank you for 2 wonderful days on Gemma Crow's workshop. I wonder if this was inspired by Gemma. Yes. Here are just 2 of the projects I've made from the Adventures with Beading Thread. Thank you very much, Gemma. Wire and beads, all JM. She's so talented, Gemma, isn't she?
Amazing girl.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's after 1 workshop. I'm liking that a lot.
The workshops are brilliant. If you've got the chance to come on one of our workshops, whether it's alongside Debbie with the polymer clay, or perhaps you want to learn chainmail, or perhaps it's with Gemma. Gemma's got a vintage workshop, as well as the likes of beading thread and wire work. We've got wire works for basics, wire works for people who are wanting to create rings. We've got wire work. We've also got, pretty much everything you could possibly want. So if you want to know more about that, either speak to our call centre, or you can go online and find out about our workshops and when they're taking place coming up. And we've pretty much got a workshop going on most days, 3 or 4, at least 3 or 4 a week, so there's plenty going on. Do just speak to our call centre, and they'll put you through to Kirsty, who will certainly give you all the information. We have the next one. My design for Halloween. This is Madeline. Madeline, that's fabulous. I tell you what, you're going to look a bit glamorous on Halloween. Here's me thinking that it was going to be some kind of that's glamorous. You're going glamour for Halloween. I like that though. You're 241 and a fabulous, fabulous tiara. Great craftsmanship, and that's Madeline Fennell.
I was just thinking if my daughter sees that, she'll want one and she'll be like, Mummy, can you make? Yes. 242 here. Oh.
Better get started now then.
I know, I haven't got enough to do. Hi all at JM, this is Margaret from a warm and sunny Jersey. Hi Margaret.
Oh.
After watching Laura Binding's masterclass a few days ago, I was inspired to have a go. I didn't have any beads that would take thicker than 1mm wire, so went with the red stripe agate slabs and 1mm wire. Started off great, then went off on a bit of a tangent, don't we all? It began to look like a butterfly, and then a little later on, nope, it looked like an angel. But what fun, and also a real learning curve. I thoroughly enjoyed the freedom nature of it. The agate slabs were part of a strand from JM, 1mm JM silver plated wire, and a selection of assorted gemstones from a bead scoop. It's given me the confidence to try another similar piece. That's gorgeous.
Well done, Margaret. That's fab. It was a brilliant masterclass. I really enjoyed it, and it's really nice to see that. I'm sure Laura will be thrilled to see the results of your work as well. So congratulations. I've got 2, 4, 3, and it's Ruth. Here is my entry to the Wall of Fame. It's a red impression jasper on red beading wire using all Jewelry Maker findings, including the silver balls. Looks great on. Love the show for all the inspiration, education, and the laughs. I have a love for gems and learning about their origins. The little A to Z books are wonderful. My friends think I'm a whiz with all my knowledge. Keep it up, one and all. Ruth will do our very, very best. If you're somebody who has a thing about gemstones, then you know we've got sapphire coming up, don't you? So we don't see blue sapphire very often, and when we do, it literally flies out. We haven't got any other blue sapphire in the vaults right now, so if you're interested in getting that kind of quality of gemstone, well, we've got that coming up. 243 you are, Ruth. Lots to look forward to, including the sapphire, plus of course I haven't even managed to touch upon the bead box that we have available to you. Lots. Do you want to see the sapphire? Take a look at this. True blue sapphire. It is the real deal, and that's the exciting thing about our sapphire. We're offering you the opportunity to work with one of the world's most desired and most requested gemstones in jewelry. Do you know that in America this is the biggest selling gemstone? It's not surprising when you see the beauty of the blues. It's all to look forward to straight after the break. Oh, and more die cutting. More die cutting. Lots more.
The Jewelry Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewelry designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewelry Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewelrymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF.
Take a bead of your choice and thread onto a head pin. Using your round nose pliers, hold the head pin at the base of the bead and make a right angle. Adjusting your pliers, bend the wire back towards you. Again, adjust your pliers and start to wrap the head pin around the neck of the loop you have created. You can either continue to wrap or using your wire cutter snip off any unwanted excess. Then your wrapped loop will be completed.
Here at Jewelry Maker, we have many stages of quality control, from lab tests all the way through to our own in-house gemologists. We're confident with our quality, but we want to give you that peace of mind by offering you a 30-day money-back guarantee. Well, we are here today with a fantastic show for you. It is your die cutting, as only we know how, a jewellery maker, bringing you as much opportunity to get loads of different potential jewellery out of one item. And that's why we're moving straight on to our dies and our blanks. Now, dies and blanks, probably most people go, what does that mean? Because I did when I first started research. What does a die do? Tell me, what is the difference between a die and a blank?
A blank is a thicker metal that you would decorate. So you can decorate it with foil, you can decorate it with ink, you can make holes in it and hang things from it, whereas a die is actually a cutter that will cut out your shape in your material. So that's
okay, so a die is a cutter?
Yes.
That's the best. That's the thing that I, you know, over and over again. It's a die is a cutter. Okay, so the die is what you are going to use to cut out shapes. So we're starting off with our Artisan Explorer blank die and the birds, and these are so cute, so sweet, and we're just going straight for this deal. We will show you an amazing opportunity to really create something special out of these individual dies. So you're going to show us how to work with them.
I am. So you're going to start with your base plate. So again, you don't have to remember which one that is because it writes it on. I love it when it makes life easy.
And
then we're going to put our die. Now on your dies, it's probably best to explain. You've got a flat side.
Yep.
And you've got a proud side where you've got sort of an outline. Now you would want that, now it is different whatever sandwich you're doing, but for this, when I'm going to cut a foil now and I haven't got the shim on, then I'm going to place it upwards.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter which way you put your foil. And then my cutting plate, which is my white plate, on the top. And then once again, it's exactly the same process. Feed it through.
Exactly the same again.
Yeah. Don't force the plates, just let them go through.
Can you feel it though? Can you actually feel it?
Sometimes it'll click and crunch a little bit, but it does that.
Okay.
So I think the first time you use it, you think, oh, is it supposed to make that noise? But it doesn't. It depends on the thickness of the materials that you're using as well. So, and then when you open it, you see you've got your little bird and he's attached and there's a hole in there so you can just press him out. Oh, how exciting is that?
That's like a mini early bird. That's like a mini Doris.
So you could then emboss him, as I showed you before, and make him into a textured.
Do it. Just do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. Right, while we're doing that, while we're setting that up, price tag. You have here your blank dies. This is your birdies, and you've got not just the single bird, but you also have the double birds. So these are like love birds. And yours for the taking, one price tag, one offer, but don't forget lots of different permutations. You can use these in different ways. So you've done it exactly the same again. You just placed in the emboss.
I've done exactly what I did when I showed you the embossing, except I haven't put a full sheet of foil in. I've put my little bird.
You put your birdie in, and literally that's it.
So much fun.
There is so much fun to be had out of this one tool, isn't there?
I mean, it really is great fun. I could stay here all day doing this.
I was just gonna say, like, you'll start at 9 o'clock in the morning, you'll look at the clock, it'll be 9 o'clock at night, go, what have I done? I've just had so much fun.
I'm gonna peel it off. I love this bit where you don't know what it looks like yet. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's gonna look cute.
Now, what have I done with me there? You could use a pokey tool if you're, or just a little something to lift it gently off. Oh, look!
That is cute.
And that's my favourite texture. That's the little branch. I call the branchlet. Isn't that lovely? So you could have left him just plain if you were going to layer him or whatever.
Oh, I like him. Oh, that's cool.
It's cool, isn't it?
And then, you know, you can put it into a setting.
Into a bezel, yeah.
Or you could set it, or you can put it into against a thicker gauge.
Well, you know what you could do?
Do the
you
same
could put
again.
him on the blank with some glue, put a hole in it, and he's a pendant. because that blank is strong enough to be a piece of jewellery on its own. So I would super glue that on. I mean, I'd have to have done it the right way, planned to do it, but I would super glue that on, and then you might want to put a gemstone on there. You might.
So the blank can literally be the base.
The structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the structure. So you might want to do that, and then you might want to do a smaller bird, because you get the smaller blank, and then put the smaller blank in the middle, so that you're like texturing it up and layering it. So you've got loads of design opportunities with these.
Loads and loads, actually. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about we give you the blanks now? So you're getting 4 different blanks. You've got your 2 smaller and your 2 larger of the birds, and they match perfectly, and they are designed to work together. You know, the point of buying one and then the other is that they work hand in hand. So you've just got your die, so you've got your cutter, and now you need to get the blanks to put as a base, as a nice structural strength to your jewellery making. This is your Artisan Explorer blank with your birds, 4 pieces in total, and only £8.95 for all 4. £8.95 for all 4. If you'd like to join us, don't forget it's a free phone number that you're dialing, 0800 644 655, or you can join us on the web at www.jewelrymaker.com. So we've got our little birdies, and we know that the birds are going to be popular because everybody wants to capture that nature of that natural look to their jewellery.
Yeah, they do.
And big look at the moment.
You know, it's big, isn't it? And it goes with the natural gemstone, and then you could put wire, couldn't you? I mean, you could hang a little nest from that bird if you made a hole in the bottom of him, and then put some little
the tree of
gemstones.
life?
Tree of life with a bird.
Oh, you could have the little birdie in the tree of life.
Or you could hang him as a decoration. You
Oh,
can make
Robin!
Yeah.
Can't just said it exactly the same time. Robin!
You would just die cut that's a die there. You just cut a wing out in red and stick it on. Oh, I love that idea.
That's perfect for your Christmas trees.
Isn't it?
Oh, what a lovely, I mean, for a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
And you know, you wanted to make something personal.
And if you've got the stamps, if you've got our stamps, you could stamp a name on the back. Oh! I shouldn't be saying this because I'm probably going to do this for some people's
Christmas presents.
Mum, don't watch, please.
That's it. Look away now.
Look away. I didn't mean it.
Right, let's go for hearts.
Oh,
let's go
hearts.
for hearts.
Everyone loves hearts.
Well, don't they just? And rightly so. Now we're going to go for 2 packs, 1 price tag, and these are your dies. So for anybody who is looking to get different shapes. Now look, can you see how you've got the contemporary heart and you've got the standard hearts as well, but you've got 3 in each pack, so you've got 3 variant sizes that you can work with. Now these hearts are fabulous. I think that for me, in terms of timeless jewellery, you really are going to be rewarded.
Do you know, hearts are the thing that I get asked to make the most out of anything in metal. Hearts. And if I make heart jewellery, it just goes phew. Especially if it's got a little bit, something a bit different about it. So if it's got a name on it, if it's textured, hearts, people love it. They're just timeless.
And that's the thing is that, again, if you're just using something as simple as this machine, it doesn't have to take you a long time. Look, we're there again.
No. And if you were going to, say, saw out a heart shape, you know, as a silversmith,
gosh,
you know, and you've got to be really, really focused, it takes quite a while. And the great thing I couldn't believe about this machine is when you put the die in, and then it comes out and it's seconds.
Yeah, literally in seconds. And it's not like you're having to put a lot of effort in, no disrespect, but
no,
you know,
you're right.
It's not going to pump up your bingo wings or anything, is it? Do you know what I mean? I was thinking that maybe that would be a benefit, but you hardly have to move it at all. It's not like you're cranking it to get it through. It's just so easy.
It's very easy to use. And it's just...
comes out straight away.
And you've got a little hole and just press it out.
Oh, that's cute.
That's a lovely shape. So they're quite different, those shaped hearts, so it's really good that you get both of them.
Now then, this bundle is the one we have the best quantity on, but I can tell you now, we're down to 100. We only have 100 left. So this was the one that we had the best quantity on, but unfortunately we only have now double figures, yeah. And Kim says of that 100, they're not hanging around at all. If you already have got, if you've already got something like this, these can work alongside other presses, can't they?
They can, and that's those hearts were the ones that I used for my necklace, all 3 of them. I layered them up together because I wanted a big statement piece. But obviously, if you didn't want something so chunky or big, you could use the 2 smaller sizes, or even the little teeny one.
Yeah, just a little delicate.
Just a little delicate.
So you could make little charms, couldn't you?
Little charms, personalised charms.
How cute would that be? Just a, maybe
one
a heart
on a bracelet, on a piece of chain.
That's what I was thinking.
Be lovely, wouldn't it?
Well, we've got chain now, definitely.
We've definitely got chain.
Yes, don't say tassels. We have got here your blank dies. You've got 2 lots. It's your heart in your Artisan Explorer blank dies for $17.95. Now, I did have the largest quantity on this bundle, and unfortunately, I don't have that anymore. If you would like to join us, more people on the phone lines, then I think probably have enough stock to go around. But fingers crossed you'll be successful on this one. 0800 644 655. Now, the conversation that I overheard in our production room yesterday was Gemma Crow speaking to Hannah Oxbury, saying about that she wasn't going to be able to watch her, so therefore she was going to miss out. So please, could Hannah, do the buying for her on the phone? And Hannah was doing exactly the same. Hannah being one of our buyers, and Hannah had then said, do you want just the machine, or do you want literally everything? And I think the conversation must have gone, well, what do you suggest? And Hannah said, well, when you see one, you'll want them all. So why not just go? So that's the thing about these kind of potentials. Once you've got the bird, you'll want the heart. So why not just buy them now? Yeah. Why not just get them while you've got the chance to get them in bundles like this one and make the most of the deal? Because in all honesty, these are not hanging around. £17.95, an amazing treat. A really big opportunity. Oh, that's cute.
Cute. So all I've done, if I show you on the plate, is I've textured him. It's a him.
Him. Nice.
It's a him, obviously. I've textured him, look. So you wouldn't have to do that, but if you put, say, 3 hearts like I did with 3 different textures.
Oh, that could be like a broken heart.
Oh yeah, you could just cut. Yeah, what a good idea.
An achy, breaky heart. Oh my God, who's Shakin' Stevens in me ear today? Oh, don't break. Oh no, it's not Shaky, but Shakin' Stevens, is it?
It's Billy Ray Cyrus.
That's it. I
Oh
was
God,
thinking of Shakin'
that.
Behind the green door. Green.
I used to have a crush on him when I was little.
Shakin' Stevens?
Yeah.
Oh, I was beyond.
Oh, I loved
like to
him.
the point. We had a playroom outside, right, and my parents had said that we could do what we wanted to do with this playroom. So my sister and I had painted it, right, and we decorated it, and we'd done really well, right. And then my sister went out, and me and my cousin Emma, right, decided that it would be really cool to write Shakin' Stevens on the wall in paint. So we wrote Shakin' Stevens. I promise you, my life was not worth living. My sister, who was 3 years older than me, I promise you, I've never run so fast. Usain Bolt had nothing on me on that day, because my sister was after my blood. She was furious, and she never went into the playroom ever again. She was that angry. So really it worked, because I never wanted to do it.
I was going to say that was successful then, huh?
Right then. Ooh, shaky. Oh, I can go a little bit like that when I think of Shakin' Stevens even now.
Oh, shaky.
Oh, shaky. Oh, that's what you used to do, shaky. Oh, butterflies first. Okay, then let's go butterflies. Right, butterflies here. You can see there the butterflies in action in this gorgeous detail of Debbie's design. And this is really just showing you the different dynamics. And of course, they're going to go perfectly with all of the different looks that we've already got. If you're really going to go for, could you imagine just a charm bracelet of all of the different, like the butterflies and then the birds and all of the little
lovely,
hearts.
like nature inspired.
Yeah,
that would be
nice.
really lovely, wouldn't it?
Nice. Okay, we're going to do a double bundle. Again, so you're going to get your dies and you're going to get your blanks that match, and they are matching in size. They're designed to work together, and as you can see there, you have got this fantastic opportunity to really get quality and finish to your jewellery. Butterflies in the Artisan Explorer blank dies, and also, pardon me, the blanks and the dies, let's say that in a separate way, and yours for the taking for one price tag of £17.95. Now, the last time we did a bundle like this together with the blanks and the dies, limited stock now, we have very limited availability, and it'll be exactly the same again, £17.95. If you want to join us, 0800 644 655. You can join us on the web at www.jewelrymaker.com. Don't forget you get a 30-day money-back guarantee with all of the items that you buy from us as well. 30 days, if it's not right for you, you can send it back, your money goes back into your account, no questions asked, no quibble, money-back guarantee. That's a cute butterfly. Which one's that one? Is that this size?
Yeah, it's the same butterfly that I've used on the necklace. But what you do is you do the first one, and then you know, like I've put the wings on there.
Well, that's what I was just about to say.
And then you can do the wings
that?
in a different colour. You put that one through, put the wings in a different colour, and then stick them on. Because when you put this one through, it just cuts the wings and the middle. They're designed to go together.
So they literally the consistency.
It's like
decoupage.
Yep.
That's what I was going to say. And I went to say, is it like decoupage? And I thought, oh no, I'm sure I'm probably wrong.
It is like that.
Ah, right. So it's literally like layering on top of each other.
So you can layer, if you wanted your wings to be a darker colour, then you would just put the next dye through, and maybe you'd want them to be a different texture, and then put them on, just like I've done on the necklace. I just used the two there.
Got you. Works perfectly then.
It does.
And to get the cutout of the wings, are you placing those together into the die, or can you put them in separately?
No, you just put.
You put it all together as it is there.
Just put it all together, and it will just cut out the bits that you can see cut there. Okay. So on this one, it will just cut out those three little gaps.
Okay, fair dues. I just needed to ask that question. It was probably a silly question. No, probably silly, but I wanted to ask it, so I asked it. So you've got there your butterflies, £17.95 for both. So you're going to get the blanks, and also you're going to get the die there. And to finish off, we have got probably the most popular. Yeah, this is going to be, I would suggest, this will be the most popular. I mean, we get so many of our guest designers giving us loads of different inspiration on floral designs, and flowers are never going to go out of fashion, are they? They're always going to be part of jewelry making. And also, if you are going to be card making, if you're going to work with your different fabrics and things like that, I mean, you can work with leather, you can work with denim, of all things. That would be amazing. You know, could you imagine that kind of finish to?
Yeah, and you can make brooches, couldn't you? And you can make like things to go on your hats and.
Nice.
I'm not saying it.
No, don't say the word tassel. You have here Artisan Explorer blanks and dies in your floral.
You could do.
We're like little girls going. You've got here your blanks and your dies, 4 of the base blanks, and then you have, and so actually you could work, because you're going to get 4 in here, but you can either layer them or you could have them as separate altogether. Is that right? Yes. So you've got 4 in total of your dies and 4 of your blanks, all for one price tag, and that price tag is, it's £17.95 again. Great deals to be had today, and as I say, with it being floral, we just know that you're going to enjoy this combination. And I mean, the designs with this alongside the next kit, which you may have noticed. You may have noticed. I have got the calla lilies on. Yes. Calla lilies, I love them.
So do I.
And can I just say, calla lilies in a kit? Calla lilies in a kit? When did the calla lilies come back into stock, and when on earth did we decide to just put them in a kit? We could sell them probably for 3 or 4 times the price that they're going to cost when they go into a kit. I mean, it's a big deal. It is a big deal for us to put calla lilies into a kit, and we haven't seen them for so long, have we? It's been
It's been ages. I bought them last time they were on, and it was ages ago.
I can't even remember the last time I saw them.
Absolutely love them.
Before summer, easily before summer. I mean, it was ages ago. Probably springtime, actually. Yeah, lots and lots of beautiful potential. If you get the floral dies and the blanks, you can then, of course, just start to release. And I do have. Will you just hold those for 1 second, just to show you something? Sorry, I'm out of shot, but I just want to show you.
Oh,
can you imagine?
Yeah.
How well they work together.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, we've got the
Yeah.
gemstones to match, really, haven't we? We have definitely got, and I've got some amazing carved leaves, which again would just add to the qualities of the jewellery that you've got to make here. So £17.95 is all you pay. Definitely going to be one of our most popular. Congratulations if you've got that deal. Brilliant deals, in fact. Thank you to you as well. And we'll be back because you're going to show us how to work with the bezels next.
Right, are we doing the next kit and then the...
Yes,
right.
miss.
Okay.
Apparently.
As long as I know what I'm doing, boss.
Yes, we're going to go with... I'm being told...
Yeah.
We're going to be... The boss says...
Boss.
The boss says that we're going to go... She's laughing at being called the boss. She is.
She's the boss.
We're going to do kit and then we're going to go back and we're going to come and see how we work with the bezels.
Okay, lovely.
Oh, and then we've got the presenter pick in between.
Yay! It's all go.
Sleep well tonight, won't we?
We will.
Tell you what. I'll be on the lounge tonight. I'm working till midnight tonight. I'll just be like that. Just buy it. Just buy it. I'll be tapping in the prices. Just buy it. Okie dokie. Right then. We are bringing you Maiden's Kiss. I like that name. I like that. It makes me think of Robin Hood. And I don't know why other than I do. That's exactly who I think of Maid Marian when anybody says maiden. I'm just I can't believe we have put these calla lilies in a kit. I genuinely, every time I look at this, I go, why have we done that? That's amazing. I mean, it's brilliant. If you're going to do it, you do it in this style. Just take a look at these. They are tremendous. They are exceptional quality crafted, carved calla lilies. Do you get any better than this? I don't think you probably do, to be honest. I genuinely don't think you get much better than the carved craftsmanship of a calla lily. These are... They're everything and more you want from your jewellery making, because in my perspective of gemstones, this is capturing Mother Nature in a totally different way to how she's actually formed, because of course Mother Nature has created these amazing crystal formations, and the natural formation of the quartz is really exciting, but then we're capturing another aspect of Mother Nature by creating these carved calla lilies, or leaves as they're described as. I mean, truly magnificent. Then if you just take a look, I've only got one in each ear, and you're getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 in total. So if you just want to put it into perspective, you could make six feature pairs of earrings and 1 pendant, and I've already got loads of people on the lines. I've already got 30 allocated, and I'm down into double figures without even a blink. I'm down into double figures. Think about the last time you saw calla lilies and remind yourself that we are always striving to bring these to you. It's just not that easy. So if we could, we'd have these on every day of the week. I mean, they are magnificent, but we just can't have access to that kind of opportunity. We'd love to, but the facts are Mother Nature's in control. It's the quality and the craftsmanship that has to be applied to create these gemstones in the carving. Therefore, it has got to be probably about 3 or 4 months since the last, at least actually. Where are we now? Back end of September. Do you know what? It's probably even longer than that. It's probably even longer than that. It's probably over 4 or 5 months since we last saw these. And here you have them in a kit. I'm going to have to get the price in only because I've got so many people holding on the lines, and we haven't even showed you the rest of the kit. But that's because these calla lilies, when they come in, they always, and I mean the facts are, they always fly out. No matter how we do it. I've only got 50 left of this kit, and I'd have to say the rest of the kit is just tremendous as well. You've got the deal here, you've got your calla lilies, and trust me, the rest of this kit is certainly going to fulfill everything you need and more. One price tag only. Wow. Wow. You can't get this strand any other time than this kit. This kit's going to sell out in seconds. $19.95. $19.95. It is your Mystic Silver Quartz that matches against it, and on top of that we're adding in your pre-night. These are, I mean, it really does feel like we're going to that watercolor. You know, we had the watercolor theme from the 2 kits ago, but actually I think if you thought about the watercolor of, now is it Monet's watercolor, is it Monet with the lily pads? That's the image I've got from this one. Yeah, with the, yeah, and it's the big lily pads.
Yes, Monet. Very Monet, these colours.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
And then the calla lilies blooming and oh, idyllic, and the greens that match.
Gorgeous.
So well. You are going to get your chartreuse wire. It's 0.8mm gauge in a 10-metre spool. We're adding in your beading thread, your monofilament and your elastic, and finishing it all off. You've got over 90 individual findings as well, silver-plated copper findings, just to finish off. And I do think that this is such a tranquil kit, and I know that's a very odd word to use, but actually when you get it, you really will feel that tranquility, you'll feel that serenity of the colours that seem to just fuse, and that Monet's garden picture, that's exactly what I've got in my mind. An amazing deal, an exceptional treat that you have here, and you've been busy.
I have.
Very, very busy.
I absolutely adored this kit.
I don't blame you.
I was so lucky with these kits this time. I mean, usually, you know, I love them, but I especially did this time. And I was so surprised when I got the lilies in the kit. I thought, oh, lilies in the kit!
Never.
I've never had them before.
I've never seen us put them in the kit. And to be honest, we just haven't got them in stock. So this is it. This is the way to buy them. Yeah. Genuinely.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And it goes together so lovely, everything in the kit.
And I love that you've done single solitaire is the centre, and then again it feels like you've gone for the same thought process of I want to see how it looks as an individual centerpiece, but I also want to see how it's going to look as quite a bold statement design.
I think, yeah, and I'm very aware that my style is quite statement, and I like to wear statement, and I make statement when I'm making my own jewellery, but also that's not everybody's style, so I try when I'm doing a kit to think of what everybody might like to make. But I would, having said that, wear one of those lilies because I think they're beautiful, because not everyone wants sort of mad and wacky designs.
I just can't do it.
Yeah,
I just don't have.
I've got friends who don't. They want.
I don't know whether it's confidence. I don't know what it is, and people find that fascinating, and they often go, "Oh, you've got to be confident." Actually, when it comes to I guess it's maybe protection. I wear jewellery that makes me feel safe, and that's very simple jewellery. I'm not somebody who probably will put myself on display like that.
Right.
You know, I do that for my job, but actually as a person, I probably wouldn't do that naturally.
But jewellery is such a personal thing.
Yeah,
I mean, isn't it? And it's what makes you feel good,
comfortable,
and comfortable.
Yeah, and I think that's really important to know that actually you've got to feel, it's got to feel right.
Yeah, absolutely. I really agree with that, and I think if you're a maker, sometimes you have to get out of it, especially if you're making to sell, of just making things that you like and you would wear.
Yeah, and often is the case we've got, I don't know why it hasn't sold, and maybe it's just that it's the right piece for you, but it's just not the right piece for other people.
Exactly.
And that's
so I try and show different aspects of if you wanted to do something a bit more understated and something, whoa!
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I love that about jewellery, is that it can be, especially with the kits, you can gain those types of perspective, whereas, you know, probably as bald as I get would be a pair of earrings like this. That would be my bald.
Yeah.
And I probably would have to build myself up to wearing jewellery this big.
Really?
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm just not that.
And it would be going out sort of jewellery, would it?
Yes. Yeah, it would be me really dressing up and feeling like, okay, I could stand proud and I can wear these, and I'll get it, you know, because on a day-to-day basis, stud earrings, little pendant.
That's lovely though. That's your style.
It's just me. It's gone.
Oh, I'm not surprised though, to be honest.
I'm not either. I'm not surprised at all. Now then, let me just quickly just show you just how perfect this strand to match. Honestly, it feels like they were meant to go with this kit. And again, going with the Monet's garden thought, to go with the calla lilies, you've got to appreciate that if you've got the calla lilies.
Oh, that's stunning. I want those leaves, they're gorgeous. Oh, they're stunning. Like ivy leaves almost.
Yeah, they are. Literally like, Adam and Eve.
Oh, and you could do a big wire work design with them kind of growing around your neck. I want them. If my husband's watching, I want them, please. Anyone who knows me.
Anybody who knows me.
I need these. I need them. I've worked really hard this week. I need these.
I like that, straight down the camera. That was not even a messing. And it's funny because I've said that a couple of times to my husband, and when I've said, like, I've literally talked to my husband, I've gone, okay, I know you're watching, babe, I really, really want this. I really, genuinely want this. And then I'll ring and I'll go, so did you get it? I'll go, oh, I wasn't sure whether you meant that, you really want. I was like, how many times do I have to say it? For goodness sakes. Although I have to say, give him credence. The last time I'd said it, it was a diamond ring, and I said, oh, if my husband's watching, this would be a beautiful piece of jewellery that I'd really love to. He'd already bought me it.
Oh, I like him a lot.
Already bought me it. I hadn't even said it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And he bought me it. I know, well trained. But that's like nearly 20 years of training.
Okay. No, mine does. Nearly every time that I made a kit up a few weeks ago and I loved it. When the jewellery went, I was like, no, I want it. So he bought me the kit so I could recreate the jewellery. I was so excited.
Again, well trained. Just.
This is how you need to train them, isn't it?
Take a look at these. Amazing. And I have to just highlight, 100 have already gone. Sorry, guys, I just can't get my hand around. There we go. There's so many on the strand that I want to show you. You're not like you're getting ones or twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, is it? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 10. 10 of these features, and I think that they're extraordinary. Limited availability now, unfortunately. 38 by 24. Lots of people on the lines. If you've got the calla lilies, you got to. I mean, it's wire heaven, that mind, isn't it? Oh. One pendant, just one. And I know I always go for that, don't I? Again, you're going for the massive vine. And I'm going, just take one as a pendant.
You could, though. It'd be gorgeous.
And what a piece of jewellery that would be.
And you could just put one pearl in the front of it.
Oh, and with the chain. With it. Stop it.
You could have
Stop
two. You could have two.
You've got it. Yours for the taking. 400 carats.
Sensible face. Can't do it. Can't do it.
No.
Are they gone? Oh, they're not $7.95. I want more than one strand.
Okay, don't get greedy.
I bet he's not watching.
$7.95. What is that price about? Wow. We could have charged 3 or 4 times that price tag, couldn't we? Kim's going, yeah, we really could have.
Wow, I'm shocked by that price, to be honest.
I'm dumbfounded.
I thought they'd be about 20 quid.
Well, I was thinking if we were lucky, we're going to get them about $14.95. 14, yeah. Easy.
Wow, that's amazing.
Surely that's not going to happen again at $7.95. You're going to give us a quick demo.
Oh yeah,
you forgot about that, didn't you?
I'm sorry for what?
I'll just.
I'm going $7.95.
That's ridiculous.
Right, I was going to show you. Obviously, a lot of my designs were to do with the lilies.
But even if you did £1 a piece, that would still be a tenner.
Yeah.
But we're not even there. We're not even talking £1 a piece. And why, if you made a piece of jewellery, would you charge £1 a piece for a piece of jewellery like that?
You really wouldn't.
I mean, the work's been done for you.
And they're hand carved? Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
No, ridiculous.
It's not right, really.
No. Kim, that's not right.
Kim, what are you doing? No, I'm happy that you did it, though. Right, back to work.
Yes.
I'm going to do a loop at the bottom of my wire. Just a simple loop. And then I'm going to pop 2 of my smaller beads on. So this is sort of like the stamen of your flower. 1, it's so super simple, but it gives such a lovely result. 2 beads on, then my lily. Have a little wiggle. I know it does go on because I've had it on. There we are.
It's good that it's 0.8 mil gauge, and actually
I love 0.8.
You can still get the wire through.
Yeah, you can. You can get it through all of the beads.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah. So that means that your design opportunities are even more. So that you end up with a flower like this. So with my more statement necklace, I then gizmoed some coils and put them on for the stems. There. That's it. Gizmoed the coils and put them on for the stems, and then sort of added it to a bead.
You just almost extended it, didn't you?
Yeah, extended it down. And if you wanted to do one of those, then you could add some wire wrapped loops, like my single pendant, to the top, or you could simply just do a wrapped loop at the top. Have quite a lot of wire. You get loads anyway, so you don't have to be too careful with it. Let's find my tool. And then wrap. So you can go round a couple of times and then just start to play. So it's like a vine growing. You can go round, can make a little hat for the lily, almost like a little pod.
That's nice.
And then snip it off, tuck it in. That's a pendant on its own, isn't it?
I was going to say that literally took you probably about a minute, something like that.
And it's really enjoyable to twist and play with wire like that. And it looks, I don't think that looks like it took 2 seconds, does it? You know,
Gosh,
someone bought
no.
it.
No, not at all.
It could be an earring, it can be I think that's the wonderful thing with these lilies. They can be so many things. They can be a charm, earrings, a statement piece.
Really impressive, really impressive. Right, congratulations if you've got the carved leaves. Congratulations if you've got the last kit with the calla lilies. We're going to stick with the floral theme and we're going to add in these glorious additions. I mean, it all feels like they're going, especially if we did that.
Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous.
Could you imagine a little bridesmaid's posy or, you know, that kind of detail going into that? That's just such a gorgeous quality of colours. Again, I love the tranquility of these colours.
Very tranquil.
Yeah, I feel like it's very soft, delicate, really feminine. Your pink quartzite that you have here, 5 petal flowers. If you've got the leaves, then as I say, it just feels like these just work hand in hand. Let me just show you the calla lilies against it as well.
Yeah, that's lovely.
I have to say it's incredibly busy on our 4 lines right now, to the point where if you do have the web available, we're going to ask you, please, would you go to our website if you have that available. If you have, www.jewelrymaker.com is the place to join us. We are experiencing huge amounts of phone calls and the queues that we're experiencing right now. Well, we've got more people in for this show in particular on our call centre, but it just means that we've just got lots of people buying, so please do be patient with us. If you are holding on the lines, stay there. We know you're there, we're processing your call, but if you have got the internet available to you, www.jewelrymaker.com, that's probably the fastest way to purchase today. 200 carats of your pink quartzite. These are your 5 petals, and if we do just put them all together, I think it's fair to say it's a perfect add it to your order opportunity. This really would be an English country garden.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. I love all of it.
It's funny because it just makes me think of like Adam and Eve garden, you know, with the bloom, and then the Garden of Eden. That was it. That's it. I knew it was called something. Yes. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if that was a kit?
Oh, I want that kit, please.
We'd have to have like 1,000 of that kit to make sure everybody had it, because it would literally, even if we had 1,000, it would sell out in seconds, because that really is. So make it up yourself. You know, if this is something that you love the look of, they've got the calla lilies, you've got those carved leaves, and now you're just going to add in that final floral bloom. You have 200 carats there.
Sorry, couldn't help it. Held it in and I just had to cough. Excuse me, sorry. I'll have a drink and be quiet. Carry on.
Cough.
Carry on. Really sorry, carry on. I don't do things by halves. She won't work with me again. I'm having a drink. I'm sorry, I'll go over here. I even tried to muffle that cough as well. I went over here. I went like that. Oh, don't really laugh, I'll be worse. It was only like because you had an ear thing in.
It's kind of one of the funniest noises I've ever heard in my life. It sounded like, I don't even know what it sounded like, but it was just the most ridiculous sound.
I'm sorry.
That just was so funny. Oh, man. Oh, why did I even put mascara on today? Hang on, I need a tissue. Hey, can we go to a break just so I can put some mascara on? Oh, that is just so funny. What? We need to talk about that.
I was trying, I was choking, I had to cough.
It's not coughing.
It was one cough. I went,
no, you didn't do that. That would have been normal. That would have been, oh, that's all right. You're just coughing. Debbie's coughing. That wasn't a cough. I don't even know what it was.
I apologise.
When we were all tranquil, we were in the tranquil world of these beautiful flowers.
Sorry.
Wow, what a day this has turned out to be. £6.95 is all you pay for your pinks. What's that? Okay, gotta just concentrate. £6.95. Big queues on the flower lines. Please do be patient with it. We'll process your call as fast as we possibly can. You can join us on the web at www.jewelrymaker.com. Of course, add to your order. It's a single P&P for the whole day. It's £2.95. And if you've got any of those, the calla lilies, the carved flowers, and the carved leaves, all I'm going to say is I cannot wait to see your jewellery. Truthfully, I'm waiting in bated breath. I reckon in the next probably week or so, because the moment you'll get it, you'll want to work with it. We'll be seeing you on the Wall of Fame.
You can now keep in touch by following Jewelry Maker on Twitter. Get interactive with Jewelry Maker.
We have had words.
I'm not saying anything, I'm not doing anything, I'm not moving. Should I go first? Okay. I have 245. Oh, this is lovely. I haven't done anything. I'll carry on. Hi JM. My Wall of Fame entry this week has been made from a mix of garnets, all from yourself. I have never seen colours in garnet like this before. They're stunning and I hope I've done them justice. Is that Una? Una in Newcastle?
Yeah.
Have I said that right?
Una.
That is absolutely gorgeous, Una.
And I have 244. It's Tracy in Woodford Green. My entry is a simple sapphire rondelle bracelet using gold-plated sterling silver findings from a finest pack I bought from you ages ago. The sapphires I bought from you also specifically for the bracelet for my mum's 70th birthday on the 29th. Hang on, what's the date today? 28th, tomorrow. Oh, Tracy's mum, happy 70th birthday for tomorrow.
Happy
Wishing
birthday.
you all the very best. I don't know whether you're Mrs. Nash or maybe it's Tracy's married, but I don't know. But either way, Tracy Nash's mum, happy birthday and congratulations. And what a lucky lady. Sapphires for your birthday. That's the way to do it in style. And if you are loving your sapphires, then we do have some amazing sapphires to offer very, very soon indeed, in an amazing, probably in terms of quantity of sapphire, we've never had such a big deal, so keep watching for that.
I've got 247. Oh, that's beautiful. And that's from Tanya. And she says, good morning, JM. It's been a few weeks since I've sent something in. This is 10mm hematite round and 4mm faceted round on beading thread from JM with some little glass beads and spacer beads from my stash. Using my little one's pillow pet to display my jewellery, I have made this to go with my little black dress. Oh, that'll look gorgeous.
Yes.
She brought it out a few weeks ago. Thank you for giving us so much inspiration. Would love to win to open up to new mediums. Thank you all for your hard work. And that's from Tanya from Birmingham. That's gorgeous.
Just talk about new mediums. We've got a show tomorrow for your polymer clay. And for anybody who has thought about it and ummed and ahed, we have got a brand new deals coming your way tomorrow. Polymer clay and brand new tools as well. Tools that have never been seen before, tools that we have never ever had in stock. It is brand new tomorrow. So polymer clay, get started with polymer clay and also advance with polymer clay tomorrow with our brand new tools. So look forward to that. Again, join us at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. It will be, of course, different Debbie Bulford joining us tomorrow morning. So looking forward to that one. Good morning, all you lovely people at Jewelry Maker. This is Iris. Hi, Iris. She says, I hope you are feeling on top of the world. Oh, we are definitely that. Here is my entry. These are some trapezoids, brackets, I think that's what you call them, that I bought some time ago and never got round to doing anything with them. The pink is rose quartz, but can't remember if the black was agate or onyx. Let me have a look at the luster. I would suggest that's onyx. The rose quartz one has small pink beads, and I've added some gizmo wire work and the little earrings to match. The black is lilac silver coated shell pearls with tubes as spacers. I also made a bracelet to match and earrings with just the shell and pearls, and it all has come from Jewelry Maker. Well, Iris, you've been very, very busy, and congratulations. I really like those trapezoids.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah,
I like them fanned out like that. They look gorgeous.
246 you are, Iris. Wow.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Wow, I like that. Jeanette from Essex. Here I have made this mesh pendant with bronze mesh and abalone drops. Well, that's just like the floral design that you did in the centre, but then this time exploding. Wouldn't that be a beautiful brooch?
That would be.
You know, if you had, you know, especially coming into your lapelled duffel coat season, where you perhaps still want to have, you know, you want to be warm, but you want to have elegance.
Bit of glamour.
Yeah, exactly. Nice brooch, or maybe even a nice hairpin. You know, that's fabulous, gorgeous. 248. Oh, and that's them all. We've got plenty more to look forward to. Of course, we have got your sapphire coming straight up after the break, and these are probably some of the largest sapphire we've had. We've had some really nice rondelles, of which we've seen for our birthday girl tomorrow. But the nice thing about these is not only have you got the size, you've also got the quality of colour of the sapphire, and that's something that you'll often find with the larger the gemstone becomes, and certainly in the sapphire world, the larger it becomes, the more dissipated the colour is, but not here. This is the ultimate gemstone, and it's coming up straight after the break. Now, if you are watching, you're thinking, actually, I fancy entering that Wall of Fame. I think I've got something to show. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to see your photographs. It's a really joyous part of the show. So please do get involved, and we'll tell you how right now.
The Jewelry Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewelry Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewelrymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewelry Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewelry Maker.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewelry Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewelry Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy to follow jewelry making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewelry making techniques.
You can now watch clips from Jewelry Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewelry Maker.
Buying jewellery online from us has just become even easier with our new streamlined checkout service. We've made some little changes to make our website more accessible for all of the different ways you shop online, and now it's even easier using a mobile phone or tablet. Once you have added your items to your shopping basket, you can decide to check out now or save for later. Saving an item for later means you can easily find them in your own time, but don't forget to check back soon, as all our items are selling fast. One of just a few changes that will make buying jewellery from us even easier.
The luxury and the quality of sapphire. This is my presenter pick for you today, and what a pick it is. There is only one thing I need to tell you, and it is that the quantity that you are used to us having, we have actually managed to do pretty much double that. Now that will therefore have a result on the price tag that you're going to pay, but also on the opportunity to give everybody the chance to get blue sapphire. The facts are we have no blue sapphire in our vaults barring this one strand, and it is a collector's choice strand at that. This is the way to get sapphire from Jewelry Maker. This is a gem. Now, I was talking to Glenn Leary just yesterday, and Glenn, for those of you who don't know, Glenn is one of the world's most renowned jewelry cutters. The gemstones that he can perform are world renowned, and they sit actually, one of his centerpieces sits in the center of the reception of the GIA, which is the Gemological Institute of America. So Glenn is a world renowned facetter, and we were talking about gemstones that we have here at Jewelry Maker, and he was saying, so you know, what kind of gemstones do you do? And I said, oh well, we've got some really nice pieces. And he said, so you've got, you know, your lower drawer pieces. And I went, what do you mean? He said, well, you know, the pieces that, you know, I could get out as my lower, the quartz, and that would be my middle drawer. And I went, okay. I said, well, we do things like tanzanite and sapphire. He went, whoa. And I went, what do you mean? He went, what do you mean, whoa? And he went, I don't know of many places that do top drawer gemstones. I went, top drawer? Is that what you'd classify sapphires and tanzanite? He went, yeah. Those are the exclusives. Those are the pieces that I work with, that I make my money out of, the top drawer gemstones. And this is what this is. It is a top drawer gemstone. Quoted by Glenn Leary, one of the world's most extraordinary lapidarists, and he is saying this is the one that he would classify as a top drawer stone. The stone that offers you all of the luxuries and style, and some of the world's most recognized colour. Blue gemstones in the jewelry industry are few and far between, but blue sapphire is most certainly the world's most renowned. You have here the largest of sapphires I think we've ever had in a single strand. We've done little droplets, we've done some fantastic extended faceted pieces, but what we've not done, to my my knowledge, is anything like this type of size, to this quality of colour, because size and colour really do need to walk hand in hand on stones like this. What you don't want is to get a bigger gemstone but without the richness of colour, or you don't want the colour without the size. You've got it all on this strand. It's 25 carats, an exceptional top drawer gemstone. You have got the luxury of using one of the, if not the most exquisite strand of sapphire we've ever had, and it's the size and the quality that really should define the price tag, but it doesn't. We have got quantity to make a difference to you, and that quantity allows us to take that price even lower than we would normally go. Blue sapphire, your graduated plain ovals, for just £39.95. We should have been closer to the £50 marker. If we had just that limited stock that we normally have, we probably would have taken this to £49.95, because it really is a gemstone that's not going to hang around. Blue sapphire, the prestige of royal blue sapphire. This is a gemstone of such high regard. The top drawer stone that you are about to work with really is going to give you a signature to your jewelry making. And I'm sure there are many people out there who hear of jewelry makers and they expect it to be synthetics and replicas and glass, but actually you're working with one of the world's most recognized and highly sought after gemstones. Sapphires are the top selling gemstone in the USA, and if you think about that kind of customer base, this is the gemstone that sells time and time again. Sapphires are the luxury stone of choice, and if you're going to get them, you get them now for $39.95. We do not have any of the blue sapphire in our vaults. We have nothing else to offer you other than the blue sapphire that I have here for $39.95. We have other varieties of sapphire. We've got some pink sapphire, we've got some nice multicolored strands, but we don't have anything like this. $39.95 is all you pay. Great deals to be had, an incredible size to these colourful blues and really prestigious stones. When you first started with making your jewellery, I presume you started with synthetics, because that's what most people expect from jewellery makers, which is very irritating. But you know, I think most people, when you say I have a hobby of jewellery making, most people expect it to be, you know, your glass replica gemstones, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think jewellery making has gained a different reputation these days. I remember doing a craft store right in the early days, and someone's husband coming up right in front of me and saying, "Well, you don't want to buy that, it will break the first time you wear it," because he just thought it was sort of imported stuff. And she sort of looked at me horrified, and I said, "Oh no, this is all handmade, and it's gemstones." And he still sort of looked at me and walked away, as to say, "Well, you can't be selling it for that if it's real."
Yes.
But I think now more people have come into the hobby and more people are making to sell, and people do look for something a little bit different, and they don't necessarily want glass. There's a place for it, of course there is, and you know, the kids love the glass and sort of jewellery, and then they're not going to wear it for long, are they, because it'll be in the trend. But you can always cut up anything and remake it. And I think I started off with the glass, but I think once you go to gemstones, you never want to go back, really, do you?
Well, especially when you're working with the as I say, what Glenn would classify as the top draw stones. When you work with something like sapphire, you know, I don't think many people would expect to get the opportunity to work with one of the world's most regarded gemstones. I mean, a gemstone, and I'll just quickly show you, a gemstone that sits in the crown jewels. I mean, literally, the gemstone that sits to the centre of the crown jewels. This is one of the, and that's a sapphire. Look at the colour of that sapphire, though. Look at the beauty of that blue, and then take a look at the strand that you're about to get, because actually, it's very interesting. If I just do that.
Oh wow.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
See what I mean by what you normally expect from a larger gemstone is dissipated colour, but actually you've got some really, really strong colour from this strand, and it's $39.95. So when you start to go from the top drawer, you're working with the luxury. You deserve, I would suggest you deserve to work with gemstones like this, because I think they'll inspire you to get the very best out of your craftsmanship. $39.95 is all you pay. Low stock on this. Now, we did start with one of the largest quantities we've ever had for blue sapphire in a single strand, and I have to say that is then a reflection on the price that we've done. Really, if we'd have had even a third of the stock that we would normally expect to have, we'd have probably had to have taken this to around the £49, £59 price. Because it's a larger quantity, you know what we can do, we'll drive that price as low as we can. Yours for the taking for $39.95. I don't think that this is going to be around by the end of the show. I think this will be a sellout. Congratulations. Now, should stop there in terms of opportunities, but you know, when you've got such a majestic sapphire, one of the nicest things is to match it with imperial topaz. And when you say imperial topaz, once more, we would be looking at another top drawer gem. This is a natural stone, imperial topaz. We are bringing you here. It is everything that we want from a gem and more. It's a regarded stone in the jewelry industry, probably one of the world's most exciting stones. And if you've ever seen, Glenn's Taurus ring collection, or Taurus design collection. He also has a signature collection. This is Glenn, the world-renowned faceter and lapidurist who works alongside us. If you've ever seen his Taurus collection or his signature collection, these are the gemstones he works with, the top drawer, the best of the best. And this is what you're seeing here. We really are offering you highly regarded gemstones right now. Imperial topaz, graduated faceted, irregular drops. The range is 6 to 9 millimeter drops, and these are 16 centimeter strand, but it's such a lot of gemstones to work with. I mean, if you start to consider that you could make excuse me, we could make, quite simply, individual solitaire rings from each one of those. And if you're making imperial topaz solitaire rings, you are making serious luxury gemstones. And I mean absolute luxury. How many are you getting? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Wow. 15 solitaire rings you could be making. 15 imperial topaz rings. What price tag would you pay elsewhere for a single solitaire? Tell you what, do me a favour, Kim, quickly. Type in imperial topaz solitaire ring. Let's have a look at the price tag that they're going to give us. I would expect it's probably going to be sitting into either solid gold, or if you're lucky you might find a few pieces in sterling silver, but it's the type of gemstone that will command a significant price tag. Imperial topaz. There won't be that many price comparisons because imperial topaz is not that easy to get hold of. Kim says she can't even find one. You can't even find one imperial topaz ring to price compare. Literally, Kim says it's almost impossible to find. That's because it's so difficult to get hold of this gemstone at the moment. 18 karat gold, that'll be it. $235. There you go. So that works out 275. So that works out probably about 240 pounds, something like that. So, and that's for a solitaire. One solitaire, and there's one in. There you go. There you go. One in platinum that Kim's just found. One in platinum, a solitaire again, $4,019. So that works out about £3,700. So that gives you an idea. That gives you an idea. A Marquise cut solitaire. These are the pieces, these are the gemstones that command the biggest designers, the biggest laboratorists, which is why Glenn would work with gemstones like this, and a high price tag. That's because this is such a difficult gemstone, and normally we would have, you know, prices of probably 7 or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. We could tell you loads of different derivatives of pricing, but here with this gemstone we just don't have that opportunity because it's just not that regularly available. It's 50 carats. 50 carats of your imperial topaz, graduated, faceted, irregular drops that you're looking at here. Imagine just a perfect pair of drop earrings of imperial topaz to match a solitaire ring. I mean, this is going to go a long way to giving you a lot of luxury to your jewellery making. One price tag. Wow. Wow. £11.90. Wow. Whoa. That price tag, that's just been, that feels like we've plucked a price tag from the sky. £11.95. Honestly, I thought this was going to be another 40, 50, 60 pounder. I honestly thought that was going to 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 for £11.95. Limited edition. It's a collector's offer. Do not underestimate the opportunity that we're bringing you here for £11.95. Imperial topaz, graduated, faceted, irregular drops. Tremendous pricing. Honestly, I thought you were going to have to pay 4 times that price tag. I genuinely thought you were going to have to pay 4 times the price on this, but you've got it just $11.90. That's just, where did you get that price from, Kim? Kim said, truthfully, she didn't realise the pricing of jewellery elsewhere on this. Kim had not even realised the kind of... Exactly. And Kim said if she'd have known that you could have got a ring for $4,000, £3,500, then perhaps she shouldn't have taken... Perhaps she shouldn't have taken this to £11.95. No. Really? You now just realised that you shouldn't have taken this one strand of imperial topaz to £11.95. Wow. What is... Well, you just don't know what's going to happen next with us. You've got to make the most of that deal. I thought you were going to pay £30 or £40 for it. I honestly thought that was going to be a £30 or £40 pounder. My goodness me. £11.95 is all you pay. Right then. Let's quickly recap where we are on our die cutting launch. Let's just go through the machine one more time so that we know that we've given everybody the information that they need. This is the Explorer Artisan spellbind machine, and as you can see here, it is a fantastic tool, incredibly compact for what is normally a rather cumbersome large machine that you're used to working with. Anybody who's seen any of the other presses and the cutters and the embossing machines that are around, they're probably 4 or 5 times that size and really heavy and cumbersome. While here, you've still got weight, and as you can see there, you've got a little suction pad that then sucks down to the base, and then on top of that you've got a little handle, and then I'll just rotate, and as you can see there, you can actually see the cogs that turn to create the press. So this is a very, very impressive tool. It is your emboss machine, and yours for the taking. One price tag only, and that price tag is just double figures, £99.95. Best for us to recap these deals. I don't know where we're sitting in terms of quantities, etc. But what I can say is that this is the time to buy. This really is the price to maximise on. We're in single quantity figures on this deal, single quantity figures. You will get all of the different plates as well, which are marked with the description of how to use them, what you're using them for. So whether it's the embossing plate, whether it's the cutting plate, you will get, of course, the mat as well for protection. And all of this comes as part of the tool itself, the machine. This is your Artisan Explorer press, cut and emboss machine. Now, for those of you who have just tuned in, we have got so many different opportunities to work with. We're showing you just a tiny tip of the iceberg of working with the foils and the cutting and the dies, and of course we're then going to head on to the bezels as well. I mean, they're going to just fly. But this is the tool itself, £99.95, and it is as simple as just placing whatever you're looking to cut or emboss into there with the appropriate plates, and job is done.
Turn it, done.
Turn the handle and it's done.
It's not complicated at all.
I know, which is really handy.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Well, exactly. So you have the tool. That's that's the first edition, and we are literally down to the last of stock. We have just a few left, but we just thought best to just reiterate that it is available. But it is, once it's gone, it's gone. We have nothing other than the chance now to get it. Okay, squares and rectangle bezels. Let's which ones are we going to? I believe, is it this one? Right, we're going to go for this one first. I think it's fair to say these are going to fly. Now, we've had loads of people texting in when you've seen these pieces that our two Debbies have made. Now, we have had so many people going, those bezels, where do you get those bezels from? Who's been working with those bezels? These are the bezels. These are the opportunity to. Now, as you can see there, you've got both the smaller and the larger in this one pendant, and you're actually going to get those bezels within this package. So you're going to get 3 in total within the one package, 3 in total, and you're getting the 3. And we're matching it with a further 3 in the rectangles as well. So you've got your 2 squares, you've got your 3 squares, and you've also got the 3 rectangles. We're going to give you your dies as well for the square. So they match up perfectly. And again, they're made by the same company. They are designed to work together. They're designed to work together, the whole principle. And you've created this lovely, it's almost like a 3D dynamic with the layers. Can I turn that a little bit to the camera too? Thank you. Can you see that? You've really created this layering design within the bezel itself.
Within the bezel, and you're not limited to what you can put in your bezel, because if you're going to put resin over the top or something similar, then it's going to protect everything underneath. So you could actually use your card, you could use your paper, you might have a lovely material that you really like.
A photograph.
Photograph's lovely.
I mean, I was thinking, a wedding dress, you know, the lace from the wedding dress, and you wanted to just capture that on a photograph.
It'd be stunning.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
So, you can set just about anything in resin. So if you, and the good thing about these as well is they have a hole at the top and a hole at the bottom, so that you could maybe use the smaller ones for a bracelet if you wanted to, or you can actually hang some embellishment from the bottom, and just, there's so much you can do with these. I mean, as much as you can think in your creative mind, these are just endless possibilities. They're lovely quality as well.
I really like the fact that you've got a loop at the top and at the bottom, because I was thinking, you know, you could imagine that as a bracelet, and that's your century bracelet, but then you can continue, but if you wanted tassels, but actually it looks decorative if you just want it to be a single pendant and you don't want to add the tassel or any drop. It just adds decoration as well. And they're incredibly strong. I mean, I'll just profile this one, so in fact I'll take it off and profile this just so you can see. Incredibly deep and strong, and they feel so well made.
Substantial.
Really substantial. And Debbie Bulford really capturing the various mediums that you can maximise on with the polymer, with of course the stamping and the embossing, plus on top of that adding in that glaze as well, that finish. I believe that this finish is the resin, but of course you could use enamel, you could use your silver art clay on this. You know, there's so many different ways of really getting that multimedia aspect to your jewellery making. This is probably going to be the, how many? Okay, I can tell you now, okay, buy it while you've got it, while you've got the chance to get. You have got the squares, 3 of the squares, 3 of the rectangles, plus you've also got the dies of the square as well, and one price tag only at $22.95. Now that, not surprising, is flying out the door. £22 a night. Now just going back to one piece of jewellery like Debbie's, both of the Debbies have made, what would you pay? What would you expect to pay for a piece of jewellery like this one, when you've got that kind of quality of the finish and you've got that quality of the design? Half the stock is allocated on this, £22.95. And of course, you might be going, oh, but I haven't done this yet, and I haven't done this yet, and I would like to do this before. Buy them now, have them there, because you will find so many different abilities and facilities to be able to create your jewellery.
Oh yeah, and I like the idea about the wedding dress. And I was just thinking, you know, lots of people have a favourite animal or a favourite bird. My mum's is robins. So if you put a picture of a robin in one of these, and that properly personalising, aren't you? You could even die cut a little robin to put in there as well, out of foil or a little child. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? Or hang a robin from the bottom.
Like what we said, you could cut out, couldn't you, with the foils, and then just add in.
Be gorgeous, and you can really personalise. It's the sort of jewellery that someone gets as a present and bursts into tears because they're so overwhelmed, because a lot of thought goes into that, doesn't it?
And you're framing it in such quality, but it's rather nice that it could be a memento, but with a piece of jewellery that really is going to last forever, because there is that sense of real strength of design on these. Really, really great look. Yours for the taking if you'd like to join us. We are well and truly down on stock on this now. £22.95 is all you pay. Absolutely magnificent. A great look and a great package to offer you there. Right then, straight on we go. And we're going on to your, which ones, where? Hang on a minute. Oh, there they are, this one. Square bezels and rectangular dies. Take a look. If you got the last bundle and you just got the rectangles, well, here you have it. Here's your rectangles. So you have your squares and you then got your rectangles on this deal. Squares and rectangles working together. And as I say, if you've just got, let me show you, if you've just got the bezels, then you've also got the matching.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, really working hand in hand together. So if you want to join us on this one, you've got the chance to do so. You've got your square bezels and your rectangular dies. One price tag only, and that price tag, ooh, that's good. That's good. $15.95 that you're looking at there. I mean, even if you just break down just getting those 3, that's what, $5 a piece, and then, you know, 95 pence for the dies, which is never going to happen. But you know, that's the fact. And the quality, when you work with these bezels, you know, it must be a sense of real excitement, because you know the finish of the jewellery is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, and it's your reputation as a jeweller at the end of the day. And I've worked with a lot of bezels, and when I got these out, I was like, whoa, because you could tell immediately by how heavy they are.
Yeah.
Just substantial. And you've got a piece, if you're going to take the time to cut something out, emboss it, maybe layer it, maybe add polymer, then add resin, you're going to take time to do all that, and then you've got an inferior bezel that's just going to break. It's pointless.
Absolutely.
And these are a quality product. It's just a quality product. You know, if you're going to spend that much time on a piece of jewellery and you're going to buy the equipment, then you want to have everything right, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and I think one of the nicest parts about working with these kind of items is that even if you're just beginning, they're going to add a quality finish to your jewellery. Yeah. You know, you might be somebody who is just starting out, but actually how lovely to have the chance to get started with this kind of technique, but working with the very, you know, the fine qualities of all of the ingredients, and that includes the likes of your bezels. Yeah. And as I say, you'll feel the weight of the bezels instantly, and you're like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for, real strength of design. Congratulations if you got that one. That's £15.95. Adding in again, where am I going on to? Oh.
I know, they're gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous, these.
Oh, these are just, I mean, as soon as you see them, just be prepared that you are going to hit a queue on the phone lines, or if you're going to buy on the web, there'll be another 40, 50, 60, 100 people buying exactly the same time as you. Just take a look. Look at the hearts. They are wicked. Look at this. 3 heart-shaped bezels and 3 of your rectangular bezels. Now, if you just got the last deal, that means you'll have got the deal, if I hold that up, you'll have got these and you'll have got those as well. So they match with that deal, so that's perfect. And you'll have got the square, so if you bought the last 2, if you bought the last one and this deal, the good news is that you really have got everything you need. It is flying out. It's ridiculously busy on our phone lines right now. Over half the stock is allocated. What an opportunity this is. It's your heart and rectangle bezels, and these are going to be stupendous jewellery maker potential, all for one price tag of £15.95 for all 6.
Wow.
Wow. That is good. When you know the jewellery's going to look good, whatever you do, this is the time to buy. £15.95. And just to show you the quality of the bezel there is absolutely magnificent. I mean, it really is. And it's quite deep as well.
It's deep. If I show you to the side, and look, you've got these details on the side as well, and it's deep, and you know, I've just taken that off the packaging, that's just the sticky tape, but they're really, really substantial. Yeah. They're gorgeous, and the colour is really good as well, and it's really kind of antique, vintagey look, and it goes with anything really. That I love them, but a little bit in love with the hearts, I have to be honest.
And you know what I was thinking, you know, when we were thinking about, like, you know, using and trapping memories inside, and I was just going, imagine if you had like a sepia photograph.
Yes.
And you had that sepia photograph.
I've done
and
that
then
before.
You just, oh, have you?
Yeah. Not on one of these, but I've put an effect on a photograph and then put it into a little bezel on a charm bracelet, and that was a present. And it was just like, oh, because you've had the thought. And if someone's lost somebody, you know, especially, and you're putting a wedding photo or something personal, or maybe something that part of the material that someone gave them, and they've got it forever and they can wear it close to them, and I just think that's...
Well, that's what, it's almost taken jewellery to another level, isn't it?
I like that side of jewellery making.
I agree.
And you can do that with this kind of thing.
Especially if you use the resin or the enamel to trap in that, you know, that finish. A bit like, you know, when you've got that lovely glossy effect from this piece, you know, you actually could trap in anything that was, you know, of significance. I know a lot of people connect with butterflies in that way. You know, a lot of people have that, you know, that feeling that butterflies are just something a little bit special. And, you know, it's interesting, you said that yours was your...
My mum's robins. She saw loads of robins. After my granddad died, she saw lots of robins.
And my mum.
They're supposed to be a sign, if you believe those sorts of things, that someone's sort of thinking of you. So I always get her robin things.
Oh my goodness me, and my mum. Like for my nana.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and that's why the early bird's called Doris.
Oh.
Because my nana was called Doris, and I said, oh, just a while back, you know, can we call the early bird Doris, just because it makes me like, yeah, it's me nana. But that's what my mum will often text you, go, I've seen Doris today, and that's it, because it's like the little robin. So you know, it might be butterflies for you, it might be you know, birds, whatever it is. But imagine just capturing that in a heart, and then being able to, if it's for somebody else, you know, giving them, as you say, that sense of understanding and love in a piece of jewellery. You know, what amazing deals we've got for you to be able to do that. £15.95 is all you pay. Very limited stock now, very limited opportunity. Right then, we've talked about it. Now we've been given the chance to do it as a price slash offer. I'm just going to go straight for it on this. I'm just going to tell you this is going to be a price slash opportunity. For those of you who have not been privy to resin, this is your time. Because if you're going to get these kind of bezels, if you're going to get this kind of, and you want to get this lovely finish, especially when you've got the likes of the foils and things where they've got texture, but to add that final glossy edge to your jewellery, it's just going to add that durability and that wearability to your jewellery. This is it. Can you see there? The resin's just going to add that, and again, it feels like it's a real professional finish, isn't it?
That's amazing. That it's so glossy, and again, it's substantial, so that's never going to be touched, what's in there. It's sort of encased, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it almost helps you to build up the layers. Yeah. You know, like this, you're building up beautifully the layers, but to then just give it that final rise. You know, can I put that? Thank you.
See, that's just me standing here playing. I would probably die cut, you know, a paper to go in the back or something. But
nice.
You know, these are just all elements that I've used with the I've made with the machine, and then you just put them on top of each other, and you might have some lovely papers that you've been keeping at home, and you can just put your foils on, and you can add a bead in there.
Oh, actually, I was just about to say, could you add a little? Look at that.
You know, and it can be anything you want it to be. Imagine that on Valentine's Day, or
nice.
You know, and you could it can be anything you want it to be. So it really is like taking jewellery making back to really being fun. You know, and I love the whole bit of a kind of. I like the whole thoughtful meaning behind the gemstones, and giving someone something that means something to them, and I like getting that back. You know, can you imagine giving your mum a little, I don't know if she wears jewellery, a little pendant with a little Doris in?
Oh, she'd love it.
You know,
she would love a little mini Doris to be with her.
That sort of thing. You know,
absolutely.
It means a lot, doesn't it?
Totally, and that's the thing, is capture them, and resin is the way to do it. For anybody who hasn't worked with resin, this is it. I mean, it's a very simple process. It literally is just mixing two of the variety. Obviously, first of all you need your hardener, but then I think, and I'm right to say it's 2 to 1, so you use 2 of one. 2 to 1 in terms of the ratio. You've got the red, you've got the clear, and you've got the blue. Now obviously if you want to do the likes of this finish, you just need your clear resin to go over the top, and not a lot. I mean, literally just a film of it will create this look, and a little bit of resin goes a long way. That sounds like that could be a song in Mary Poppins. You have here an offer that is going to be price slashed. It is a starter kit top-up bundle with your transparent resin and your hardener, your blues and your reds as well, all together for one price tag. The price you should be paying on this is £14.95. Now let's face it, to get the opportunity to be able to finish your jewellery off without having to break the bank is really important, because if you've got something special like this, you've just to take one more step into getting that final professional finish. £14.95 is the price you should be paying. But not today. Your price slash is an exclusive price slash for the show. Only available till 9 o'clock Sunday morning. $9.95.
That's amazing. Anyone can have a dabble with that for $9.95. That's just brilliant.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And the thing is that the simplicity of it is it's 2 to 1. That's it. Just as long as you get the 2 to 1 ratio right, then you have really got that amazing finish to your jewellery making, especially when you have got the chance to layer and add textures and different art forms, then to finish it off in the right way so you've got that wearability, durability, then this is the way to do it. £9.95. If you've never tried resin, surely this is the time to do it. And if you have, well, you know that these are top-up prices that we just cannot honour any other time than now. Yours for the taking, and this is an exclusive deal for you, an exclusive, and it's available till 9 o'clock Sunday morning. Yours for the taking should be £14.95. You've got the full potential, and as I say, a little bit of resin goes a long way. You've got it for £9.95. It's going to last you a long time. That congratulations if you've joined us. 0800 644 655 is your free phone number to dial, or alternatively you can join us on the web at www.jewelrymaker.com. Fabulous deal, absolutely amazing. Now, where shall we go to next? What shall we do? We're going to do the hole punch. Good plan, good plan. Oh, where's it gone? It was there, and now it's not. It's over here. It's over here. It's all right. I got it. Bless you, Amelia. Thank you. Okay, your double hole punch. Let me just move these to one side. You've actually used the hole punch several times within your design as well here, haven't you?
Well, once I cut all of my bits out and then I'd layered everything, then I needed to make my holes. Now usually I'd go to the cupboard, get the Dremel, plug it in, I love this because I had to demo it with our stamping and I'd never used it before. And I thought, oh my goodness me, how easy is this? I love my Dremel, don't get me wrong, but I don't necessarily want to get it out every time I want to do one small thing. And you just get it, you screw it in, you screw it out, there's a hole. You know exactly what size the hole is going to be because it says it on each of the little mandrels. I can't recommend this tool. I'm a little bit in love with this tool. It's amazing. It was a bit of a revelation for me because I was like, hole making tool, I drill my holes. And then I got to use one and I was sold.
It's really funny, isn't it? Yeah. Because when you start to put it in perspective, you go, well, how many times am I going to use it? But actually, when you look at the jewellery that you've made here,
I mean, each segment has got 2 in, you know, because you're going to use them often, I think, as connectors, whatever your shapes you use, which means you're going to need 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. You might hang something from the bottom, you might hang something from the top, and you need to make holes. And drilling is a faff. You know, you have to make a punch, then you have to put your glasses on, you drill a hole, metal gets hot. None of that with this. It's so easy.
And ease. Put it in, twist, push it through.
Done. Bish bash bosh.
It's amazing.
It's done.
Yours for the taking. Double metal punch that you've got here, 1.5 and 2mm size hole punch that you have here. It's the Jewellery Maker branding, which makes that you know you're getting the quality of the finish. An amazing treat. Yours for the taking. Go, go, go. £8.95 is all you pay on this deal. It's your double metal punch, and it's not just for metal. You, of course, don't forget you can use it for a variety of different purposes. You may have seen the likes of Cherry using the hole maker for her amazing anodized aluminium design within her masterclass the other day. Now this is the hole punch that when you've got, you will actually think to yourself, gosh, how have I done without it? I think that's what a lot of our jewellery makers say.
And it's Diddy, and it goes in your box, and you don't have to carry a big bulky thing around. It's absolutely brilliant. I love this tool. Can you tell?
No, I didn't get that at all.
I do absolutely love this tool. So I've got one of our little bird blanks here. So this would be one of the blanks that would add your structure to your piece. And you know, I can hammer him. I'll share to hammer him later. And then I'm going to want a hole somewhere, depending on what I'm making. So I'd probably use him as a pendant and put a hole in his head there. So the next thing to do is decide what size hole you need. So maybe if you were going to put cord through or a thicker jump ring or have a heavier piece, you might want a 2mm hole, or a 1.5mm, and you know exactly the size of hole you're getting. You're not fiddling with drill bits, you're not messing about, and you just screw it up so that you've got a space. I need to bend down, and you can see where it's going to come down. Place your blank, whatever you're using, on top, bring it down till it's flush, and then you just go like that. We're all about the easy tools today, aren't we? Screw it down and then bring it back up again.
Gosh, that was quick. Is it done already?
Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why I love it.
Yeah, that is cool.
So simple and easy.
That's clever.
And you've got a perfectly uniform hole. You know, you're not going to have to fiddle with that to get it.
And it is actually smooth as well.
It's smooth, so you know you're not going to have any edges. You're not going to have to sand it. You're not going to have to get the drill out. It's seconds, and it's small and compact. I'm never without it. I take it everywhere. I love it. I do. I know I'm pathetic with tools. I'd have this in my stocking. If I open this on Christmas Day, I'd be absolutely over the moon. And my friends go to me, "What did you get?" And I go, "You know, I got a drill." And they go, "What? You got what?
You got a hole punch.
You'll understand, won't you?" But no, it's very good.
It's a big opportunity. It's yours for the taking. £8.95 is already paid for your double metal punch, 1.5 and 2 millimetre in the gauge size that they put in. And you've just said about hammering as well. So let's just go there now. Okay. It's probably worth us just capturing the moment as we see it. And let's just give you the chasing hammer and steel block. Any of our wire workers out there, anybody who works with wire, I think it's fair to say is this is an essential. This is an absolute essential tool. The steel block can be used obviously for all of your different wire working needs, but the hammer really is something that's very important to adding texture, but also
work hardening, flattening. You know, so if you've been messing about with a blank and you've been hammering it and texturing it, and it often gets distorted, or metal, whatever you're using, so you need it to be flat as a finished piece to add that finish. And so on this hammer you've got your flat edge, so that when you hammer, when you finish working, you will get a nice flat piece. And then you've got this. I use this hammer, I kid you not, I got this and this in my stocking last year from my husband, from you. And I asked for it, I did. She's going, what? No shoes?
Nice, nice.
Because I use it all the time. And you just, this is going to be noisy. I love hammering in my texture. So you could make wings.
I was just going to say, you could actually just make your own little detail.
You don't have to hammer the whole thing. You can just hammer whatever you want.
That's quite cute.
And then that does distort you can. That does distort the shape, so then I would hammer it flat.
You see
that? You can see that.
How clever is that? That was literally about like 3 or 4 bashes.
So again, you could put your foils on the top and then have the outside nicely hammered out so that it gave you a nice interesting edge. You could leave it like that. You could put your inks on or your patinas on, sponge effects, anything you want. These banks are brilliant. But this is really important because you've got this metal base and you need that so that you can get your texture into your piece of whatever you're working with.
That's brilliant, isn't it? We have got an offer on our hammer and chase. This is a yes, it's a special offer. Again, I have to highlight the fact this is an offer that we can only honour until 9 o'clock Sunday morning. So just like with the resin, it is an exclusive show deal that we're offering you here. You buy the block and the chasing hammer. Well, if you wanted to get them individually, the block would be £7.95 and the chasing hammer would be and should be £6.95. So you should be paying closer to £14 something, £40.90 I think it is, something like that. So that's the price you should be paying. But not today. Your hammer and block deal, it's a special offer. It's £7.95.
Okay.
Basically buy one, get one free. That's what we're doing. And of course you've already bought from us today. There's no doubt about it. If you've watched any of our show, you will have bought from us. And if you have, you are adding to your order now. £7.95. If you're umming and ahhing about getting into wire work, don't um and ah about this. Get your wire, get your chasing hammer and your block, and you literally will be away. Texture, work hardening. You'll see that many of our guest designers, even to the minimal amount, will work harder. Things like making your own findings, work hardened, that just the tiny bend on a shepherd hook. It's the difference between that shepherd hook being wearable on a day-to-day basis or not. Work hardening can have a huge influence on your jewellery, professional finish, and you've got it for a no-brainer of a price tag. Should be double that price pretty much. You got to buy one, get one free deal. You buy the block, you get the hammer for free. Oh yes, that's the way we do it. Special offer, and again, Christmas gift. Anybody who you know who perhaps is into your jewellery making, you've got it for £7.95. What a great gift potential.
You couldn't even get a posh box of chockies for that usually, could you?
Did you just say the word box?
Yes.
Let's go. That was a good link. I picked that and I was like, go, I've got that link now. It is brand new bead box. Oh, we are excited that they're back in stock. We are so thrilled to be able to bring you our brand new bead boxes today. It's been a pretty momentous show, as I'm sure you can appreciate, but we are about to bring you, well, brand new opportunity, and this is fabulous. You will get the presentation box. The whole point of these is that everybody loves our storage boxes. They are grade 5 plastic boxes, which for those of you who are going, what does that mean? It means that they protect the likes of your polymer clay. You can put a variety, all of the different technique elements that you might need, like polymer clay, like your silver art clay, all of those are appropriate to be stored in this grade 5 box, okay? Now, within this box, you are receiving a feature of gemstones. Now let me just, let's get them out and show you. I love the colour of these strands. You've got to agree with me, they are just breathtaking. The frosted finish of these coffee and also your grey pearls, they are fabulous. Frosted finish of your shell pearl is tremendous. And the funny thing is that when you see them, they feel as good as they look. You know, if you think about pouring liquid chocolate, that's the kind of luxury that you're getting from this strand. I have got a lot of people on the phone lines for this deal, and it is going to be a deal you're not going to want to miss out on. The bead boxes have been demanded by you good selves for many months. You have asked for us and we have replied, and we are giving you that treat right now. Treat and a treat and a treat. There literally is no way we could offer the bundle you're about to get any other time than now. Quite simply, the pricing just does not make a lot of sense to this bundle. You have got here a combination of your green agate 4mm rounds. You have got a matching your heart-shaped puffy shell, chocolate shell. We're adding again, and this time we're bringing you your red wine, claret red, mulled wine colours of 12mm shell pearl. And finally, we're finishing it all off with your moss agate in your 8mm strand. What 8mm rounds in a full strand, plus the box. The price you're paying for this deal is pretty tremendous. We are about to bring you one of the biggest deals of the day. And yes, I know I have just done a price slash, and I know I have just done a buy one get one free. I know that. I have just done Calla Lilies today, and I have done some tremendous feature offers. I know that, but I think this might be the biggest deal of the day. We are bringing you your 3-strand bead box. We've got a great quantity to go around, so hold those lines for me. You should be paying pretty much £30 for this deal, but instead, we're pretty much halving the price. £14.95. That works out at what? What does that work out at? Isn't that less than £2.50 a strand? And the box is for free. And of course, for those of you who are going to get your polymer tomorrow, we've got a brand new tools for polymer clay tomorrow. Be tuned in at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. More amazing deals. But this time we're introducing you to brand new tools for polymer clay. And you have got the box now. That means you could store your polymer clay, because we'll do some big deals for you then. £14.95 is all you pay. Let's work it out again. £2.50, in fact less than £2.50 for your strands, and we give you the box for free. That's the way to do it. An amazing opportunity. Your autumnal 6-strand bead box for £14.95. We've literally been inundated for requests for our bead boxes. Because really the facts are is you get all the gemstones that you want, you get it in a storage box, and you get it for a rock bottom price tag. That's the essentials of this. I mean, we could almost call them bargain bead boxes, because that really sums up what you're getting. You're getting the beads, you're getting the box, and you're getting a bargain. Bargain bead, from now on, bargain bead box. That's what it has to be, the BBB, because it's definitely a bargain, it's definitely beads, and it's definitely a box. You've got it all for £14.95. Please do be patient. We'll process your call as fast as we possibly can. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. You can join us at www.jewelrymaker.com. This has been probably one of the most exciting shows that I've presented this year. It's been a tremendous, it feels like it's been a roller coaster ride of opportunities, and we've had some amazing, I mean, let's just remind ourselves, we've had classic luxury pearls, we have had extraordinary sapphire, we've introduced you to a brand new medium of jewellery making as well. And if that was, I don't actually think the four lines have ever been actually clear since 9 o'clock this morning. That's how busy it's been, and it's been just such a pleasure to have your company today. Genuinely, a hand on heart, and you know, the laughs along the way, they are just going to keep me going for it. I am not going to ever see a tassel without laughing now. That's for sure. And never hear you sneeze without just guffawing. £14.95 is all you pay for your autumnal 6-strand bead box. Congratulations if you've got that one. A big deal. Fabulous deal, absolutely tremendous. Autumnal inspired 6-strand bead box. Still people on the loans line, please just let me reiterate, this is one of the features of the show in terms of pricing, pretty much half the price that you've just got there. Still the lines are heaving, so congratulations if you are successful on that. We had a decent quantity on that, so it should be enough to go around, fingers crossed, but you've got to stay on the lines for me to guarantee this. And of course there are lots of people who are adding to their order today, £2.95. I just want to highlight, I have very restricted stock available left on this. We're in single quantity figures left on this, and I just wanted to make sure that if you want this, that you know you've got the chance to get it today. And I actually have got to say, I think it'll be today only that we'll be able to bring you this deal. I don't know, I genuinely don't know whether you'll get another chance to get this. So if you want it, this is your deal, this is your chance. You're getting not just the actual machine, but you will get all of your plates, and as you can see there, you're getting 4 plates in total, and those are all for the different techniques, whether you're going to press, whether you're going to cut, or whether you're going to emboss. You've got all of the different facilities as part of this one tool. Your price tag on this, it is the Spellbinder Artisan Explorer that we're offering you. Of course, the moment we say Spellbinder, any crafter, whether you're creating cards, whether you're going for jewellery, whether you're going to do home decorations, whether you're perhaps working with fabrics, this is the tool of the trade. It's the perfect size, it's not too cumbersome, but it's going to do everything you need it to do in terms of professional finish for your jewellery and for your other crafts, all for one price tag of just £99.95. That's £99.95. It's been quite a momentous show for us.
Yes.
And I think really we have to just keep on highlighting, this really is just an amazing medium to explore.
Oh yeah, and I mean, once you get the machine and your bits and pieces, that's the beginning of your journey, and it's a really fun one. I've had a ball this week just playing and using it and seeing everything that was available. I didn't have some of this, and then sort of when you brought the flowers out, I thought, oh wow. And I just think you want to carry on with it then, because then you just get more and more ideas and you see more. Like when I saw the polymer that Debbie had done, I thought, wow, that looks amazing.
Yeah, it just almost releases another tangent to then run with. And I think that's what you're going to find with this in particular, with the machine and with all of the different facilities that we've given you today. I think really, in principle, you are just going to keep on finding something different, something new, something thrilling and enjoyable. You know, it has been a privilege to have your company today to hopefully explore that with you. Do you want to say that? Explore that with you. Gosh. I'm wasted. £99.95. I've had such a laugh today. Apparently Nicola's she's just texted. She said she's never laughed so much in ages. And so, yes, apparently we were a great team, but they'll never let us work together again.
They won't let me back now after coughing so loudly.
That's it. That was not a cough.
Fired.
We are going to replay
was a
it when we
cough.
come off.
No, it
You
was a
just
cough.
got to know. It
Oh,
did
no,
not
I
sound
can't
like a
watch
cough.
it. I can't watch
We have lots still to look forward to today. Don't forget, we have a masterclass going on at 2 o'clock today. Isn't it tomorrow? Beg your pardon. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock tomorrow. Do beg your pardon. Let me read that again. 2 o'clock tomorrow we have a masterclass. But today we of course got the late show starting at 5 o'clock with plenty more amazing deals. Debbie Bulford will join us tomorrow for an amazing Polymer Clay show. So we'll see you then. Thank you. Bye.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewelry Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewelry Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy to follow jewelry making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewelry making techniques.
The Jewelry Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewelry Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewelrymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmoat, Redditch, B989HF.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewelry Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers